All right, very good. Evening, let's jump from the controller scope once again. It's Captain Nabs with you. Air Canada 697, turn left heading 330, descend 3000.
Left heading 330, descend 3000, Air Canada 697.
Air Canada 859er, speed 190 or less, and at Amalu, intercept the localizer, track it inbound.
190 or less, Amalu for the final, Air Canada 859.
Air Canada 7015, cross QRX at 160 knots. You can contact the tower now on 118.7. G'day.
18.7 over QRX and 160 at that point, Canada 7015, see ya.
Come on, I asked you to turn. You got to turn now. Air Canada 697, fly heading 300.
Fly heading 300, Air Canada 697.
Trying to get things to happen here, and you're not helping. Air Canada 859er, speed 170, please.
Yeah, we're just through 190 for 170, Air Canada 859.
Thanks, Air Canada 859. You're number 2. There's just a CRJ joining on the left base ahead of you there.
Yep, try and make that work. It's going to be tight, I think.
Doing my best here as well. When I tell you to turn, I really need you to turn. I can't. Air Canada 614, contact Toronto Center now, 125.77. Good day.
Hey, 2577, have a good night. Canada 614.
Air Canada 697, heading 270 to intercept. Clear the ILS 24 right, speed 200 for now. I'll slow you momentarily. Air Canada 697, turn left heading 270 to intercept. Cleared the ILS 24 right, speed 200 knots.
Left heading 270, speed 200 knots, Air Canada 697.
Oh, my God. If people would listen when I tell them and start turning when I tell them, this would work, but it's not going to work. Air Canada 859, it's just not going to work for me here. Turn left heading 150, maintain 4000. I'll just give you one quick orbit here.
150, maintain 4000, Air Canada 859.
Thanks for your help. Sorry about that. Air Canada 697, speed is now your discretion. Just cross QRX at 160 knots.
Speed my discretion, cross QRX at 160, Air Canada 697.
That's what I get for relying on VATSIM pilots. You jump in this and you're relying on VATSIM pilots to do their thing and do it quickly and effectively. And he went through the localizer too. Oh my God. Okay, well, this time I'm going to get Air Canada back around here first. Air Canada 859, just continue the left turnaround, heading 330, descend 3000.
330 down to 3, Air Canada 859.
Air Canada 697, you missed the localizer completely. Turn right, heading 330, vectors to resequence.
Sorry about that. Right heading 330, Air Canada 697.
Wow, you guys are showing up for a fantastic episode already. We're just working arrival. We have a center controller, we have a tower controller, we got the whole thing. So we're just focused on this one little section of the scope, which is kind of nice. It is kind of nice sometimes to just focus in on one section and really focus on doing this job well, and I'm trying to. It's not helping much here. Air Canada 859, continue the left turn, heading 270 to intercept, cleared the ILS, runway 24 right.
270, clear approach 24 right, Air Canada 859.
Air Canada 697, turn right heading 040.
Right heading 040, Air Canada 697.
And I'm so inclined, it's funny because I'm so used to being a center controller and doing the center controller job, and I just realized, like, this is cutting off the top of my head like a lot here. I'm so used to doing the center controller job that I feel so inclined to constantly press my screen cycle key of F7, and it's not necessary. But boy, do I want to press it over and over and over and over again. I did clear this guy to 3000. All right, this guy's maintaining 3000. But I want to press it over and over and over again because I'm so used to being on center and I can see other stuff is happening, and so I want to cycle to different views and see other stuff is happening, but I don't have to. Everything I need to see is right in front of me. This is the entire scope of my control. Is this basically this circle right here? This terminal unit, that's my control. Air Canada 697, turn right heading 130.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to disconnect. My plane is completely frozen.
All right, sorry to hear that. Air Canada 859er, thank you very much for your patience. Cross QRX at 160 knots. You can contact the tower there on 118.7. Good day.
118.7, thank you very much. We're 24 right, isn't QRX the other side?
You're absolutely right. Air Canada 859, cross NOAA, 160 knots.
160, no, 859, cheers.
Take care. All right, and I went from having a whole bunch of airplanes to having no airplanes now. Fantastic, thank you. Okay. Let's just have a quick little zoom out on VATSPy. The one thing I'll say is there are a bunch of departures on the ground in Toronto. There's 4 departures on the ground. There's always lots of inbounds to Toronto, especially on a Friday night. It's Friday night, guys, so hopefully we're going to see some traffic here. And the other controllers mostly all just hopped on very recently. They're doing some training, I think, on center. So I don't think we're going to see too much. What am I trying to say here? I don't think we're going to probably see anybody hop off anytime soon, but we'll do our best to kind of keep an eye on what's going on here. And I've just got to go check on some stuff here because there's been changes that have not been well documented and that are very unintuitive. And it really bugs me that I feel like VATSIM has had like or at least I feel like VATCAN has had a breakdown the last couple of years where it's become more and more fragmented, harder and harder to find information. There's no unifying locations to find information. It's becoming harder and harder to find information that you need because everything's being parked in Discords. And Discords are impossible to find information in. Everything's just it's frustrating to try and find information there. It's usually not well organized. It's not a place that's conducive to publishing information. It's great for having conversations and things like that, but for publishing information in a logical, ordered fashion, it doesn't usually work very well. But everyone seems to like it, so everyone seems to be moving there, and it's just I find it very frustrating. I find it's a very poorly set up system for what needs to happen. So trying to find information now is just becoming almost impossible. Yeah, it used to be much easier to find stuff, and now it's become very... All right, that's what I saw. All right, so technically Oshawa should fall under my purview as well, so I'm just going to throw Oshawa open here. And there's some stuff going on here that I need to try and sort out because there's some ownership stuff that's just not working properly here. See if I can make this all light up the way it's supposed to here. I don't even exist. That's the best part. I love it when things are updated and nothing matches the... See, that's what it's supposed to look like. I don't know why it didn't look like that the first time. Now it looks better. That's weird. That's weird. And then it goes away again. And I don't know how to turn that back on again. It has become much more complicated than it used to be. I feel like that for the day-to-day stuff, it does not need to be as complicated as it is. There's entirely too many positions to find for this to be even viable sometimes. Ay, 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 ay. I think I'm just going to give up on trying to figure out why this did not light up properly. It seems to light up for a period of time, and then it gives up. It doesn't know what to do with me. Oh well. Got 5 departures out of Toronto, so hopefully we get a little bit of interest here and a little bit once we start to get some of these departures going out here. Had a little wave of arrivals. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite get the stream fired up on time, so then by the time I got that done, then everyone was all gone there. All right, so the one thing I can bring up, all right, I get city center up. Yeah.
Good evening, Toronto, WestJet 1994. Quick question, we're at London Airport. Who do I contact for clearance?
WestJet 1994. I believe I know the answer, but let me just double check and I'll get right back to you.
Right.
Yeah. WestJet 1994. Contact Toronto terminal on 119.3.
119.3, thank you. WestJet 1994, good evening.
Good day.
Clearance delivery, how do you read Charlie India, Charlie Mike Yankee?
Charlie India, Charlie Mike Yankee, you're on the Toronto arrival frequency. I do read you 5x5.
Charlie Mike Yankee.
All right, well, it looks like we actually have another airplane showing up on our radar now, so it's a little bit quiet there. Trouble is we got way too many controllers online to not make it for the most interesting stream, but what are you going to do? It is a double-edged sword because it's great to have people watching the stream, and it's great to have people, other controllers online because it tends to lure in more pilots overall. I wonder how things are going to go tonight too, because I know that tomorrow is Cross the Pond, which I will not be participating in because some of us have to work, and April was just a lousy month to have Cross the Pond. It really was. Is it quiet? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Let me see here. Why is it coming in? Yeah, why is it coming in so quiet now? Give me 1 second, because Windows likes to change that volume input setting without ever telling you, just does it automatically constantly. Why? The real question is why? Let's see. But I don't understand, like all the time I turn it up and then it's exasperating. Windows has just become worse and worse every year, I swear. But heaven forbid you don't upgrade. All right. Thank you for letting me know those. Let's see if I can adjust this input here, because for some reason, no, that actually did go to full volume. That is weird that it's at full volume, and I don't know why. I'm sorry for that. All right, let's try that just one more time here. All right. More louder for you, please. Yes. How about that? See, it looks to me like it's almost going into overmodulation now, a little tiny bit. But I will try to talk a little bit louder, and I'll try to turn up the gain just a little bit, try and make it a little bit louder. And let me know how the balance is.
Here, Canada 1014, turn approach. Shuttle also with you, stable 11,000.
Air Canada 1014, Toronto, hello, runway 24 right. The information is Foxtrot, altimeter 29er89er, descend 8,000.
8,000 for Canada 1014 and 24 right for their arrival.
He does appear to be off course now. And Air Canada 1014, you appear to be off the star for vectors for the ILS runway 24 right. Fly heading 350.
350 Canada 1014. Yeah, sorry, we just figured that out. We'll go back on course 1014.
All right. Hopefully that's better. Yeah. I don't know what is going on with this hierarchy here. I don't know why I'm logged into the correct call sign and I have no airspace apparently. But somebody has made this Toronto arrival airspace overly complex now. Like ridiculously complex sometimes. I can see him on my scope if you want to send him over. Did you update? Yes, I did. It updated right when I started this, so this is the newest version. This is the fully up-to-date version, so I don't know what's going on with this version, but it does not like it. It does not like the combination of controllers that's online. And the funny thing is when I first log on for about 5 seconds, it shows me my airspace properly, and then it delegates it to somebody else, so I have no airspace.
Toronto approach, Air 425, good afternoon, good evening, I hope you're doing well, descending level 7,000 at 9,000.
Air Canada 425, Toronto, very good evening, doing well, thank you very much, I hope you're doing as well. The information is Foxtrot, runway 24 right, the altimeter 29er89er, proceed direct, turn left heading 210 vectors for the approach.
Alright, so Air 425 heading 210, altimeter 29er89er, and expect a runway arrival 24 right for Air 425, and yeah, we're doing amazing. Thank you very much.
Air Canada 425, thank you, descend 4,000.
4,000.
Air Canada 1014, question, can we go direct to my road?
Air Canada 1014, that's approved, direct Mayrod.
Roger, direct Mary, thanks, 1014.
I told him to fly a heading. Oh, now he's doing. I'm just getting so used to pilots just not doing what I say. Terminal takes everything. That's what I am. That is my call sign. I am AA approach. I should have everything. I've got nothing. Air Canada 1014, descend 4,000.
4,000, 1014.
So they take over for me. I don't even understand. So WS is on. So they take over me for ground. I have a tower controller. Or like Is it because they're underneath everything? But even if they're underneath everything, I should see block wherever I have at least one slice of airspace, at least one altitude of airspace. So something is weird and wacky. But again, I feel like this has just been made entirely too complicated. Air Canada 425 descend 3,000.
3,000. Hurricane 425, thank you.
Air Canada 1014, when you level speed 190. Why he's
190 for 1014.
Why he's doing 310, I don't know. And of course, we get the turn. We got the turner, because who wouldn't turn on departure? Air Canada 425, keep the speed 210 or faster for now.
Sorry, say again?
Air Canada 425, speed 210 or faster.
210 or faster, okay.
Condor 2401 with you at 3,000 feet, climbing 10,000.
Condor 2401, Toronto, hello. You should be on runway heading, and you should be climbing to 5,000. What departure were you given?
I was given Verto 7 departure, 23.
Condor 2401, the departure told you to maintain a heading of 245 and expect vectors on course. Maintain 5,000.
Apologies, maintain 5,000, Condor 2401. Condor 2401, do you want me to maintain present heading, or because I have a turn coming up?
Condor 2401, since you've already done it on your own, you might as well just keep on going.
Alright, sorry about that for Condor 2401.
Air Canada 425, on the present heading, intercept the localizer. You're cleared the ILS, runway 24 right.
Clear for the ILS for running 24 right for again, 425.
Condor 2401, climb 7,000.
7,000, Condor 2401.
Black never used to mean ground control. Black used to mean anywhere you had control. Black used to mean wherever you had control at any altitude. That was where it showed you black. It wasn't just ground. It was anywhere you had control. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut about my opinions now because Air Canada 1014 heavy turn left heading 330 descend 3000. I'm just going to get myself in trouble. I think a lot of
Left
stuff is
330 and descending 3000, number Air Canada 1014.
Not least of which are the communication channels ever since Discord became the only way you could talk to people. Air Canada 425, cross NOAA at 160 knots and contact the tower there on 118.7.
Cross NOAA and contact tower on 118.7. Thank you very much. See you.
Air Canada 425, roger. Condor 2401, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Condor 2401.
Should have stayed in bed. I never even see you control anymore, Travis. Of course, I'm not looking at the right times, most likely. That is probably my problem. Let's see if I can fool it to make it pretty for you. Oh, I've given up already. I was trying to mess with it, and it just doesn't seem to like me. Air Canada 1014 heavy, turn left heading 270 for the intercept, cleared the ILS, runway 24 right.
270 left heading, and we clear for the ILS, 24 right, 1014.
Well, at least we do have a steady stream of inbound, so it's just going to be me working arrival for a little while, but it should be a nice busy evening here. And I'm surprised. I'm almost surprised the number of people who are online. With CTB coming out tomorrow, I would think a lot of people will be going to bed early. Oh, it's more than fine. Air Canada 1014, reduced speed now 160 knots, and you can cross NOAA at 160.
160 knots for Canada 1014. And sorry, I cut you off. What did you say after that?
And Air Canada 1014, I meant to say maintain that until NOAA.
Okay, maintain that until NOAA 1014.
Condor 2401, contact the Toronto Centre now, 125.77, good day.
125.77, thank you. And sorry for that departure, Condor 2401.
Just make sure you read the chart and it won't get you in trouble next time.
Will do, thank you.
And Air Canada 1014, it just looks to me like you're about a half a mile south of the localizer. Do you show yourself centered on the localizer right now?
Air Canada 1014. Yes, I don't know what's going on with the autopilot, but we have the runway in sight. Is it possible to do a visual?
Air Canada 1014, yeah, no problem. You can clear the visual approach runway 24 right, and you can contact the tower now on 118.7.
Roger, cleared visual 24 right, and tower on tower was on 118.7. Thanks.
You got it. Getting a little tight there, and I mean this guy's dragging this 320 right back to 120 knots. What's the wind doing on the surface? It's a bit of a gusty wind, 20 gusting 26. Yeah, okay, so 20 knots, but I mean 110 knots on final. Even if the guy's doing 130, I mean 130, I guess is okay for a bus if it's lightly loaded, but even that seems kind of slow to me.
Council departure to Air Canada 416 Heavy 3,800.
Air Canada 416 Heavy, Toronto, thank you very much. You're identified. Climb 7,000 and turn left to direct Saver on course.
I left Saver and can we get the altitude again, Air Canada 416?
Air Canada 416, climb 7,000.
7,000, thank you, Air Canada 416.
Just want to see him turn before because we got one guy inbound. Oh, actually, he's not inbound. He's going to Ottawa. Never mind. Sorry, I thought he was inbound because he looked like he's making a beeline for Nuber there. That's what it looks like anyways. I don't care if it really is black or it just I find it frustrating. Things don't work as well as they used to. Or maybe I just have that nostalgia for the good old days, and that's very possible. I'm always willing to acknowledge that. I may be nostalgic for the good old days when it may actually not be. The good old days were never as good as we always think they were. We always think they were great, but they never were quite as good as we think they were. But yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean someone's smarter, it just means that they've been here for long enough. Age does not always equal wisdom. Air Canada 416 Heavy, climb flight level 230.
230, Canada 416.
Refresh the era. Okay, let me see if it'll do it right now here. All right. You really don't have to do this just for me. I'm just a bitter old man. That's all it comes down to at this point. Age always does mean more grumpy. Absolutely, it does. You definitely get grumpier about stuff. The kids these days, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're saying. I think it's downloading. Where's my messages here? It says, did that just come up? Yeah, it says downloading. It says downloaded, but it hasn't offered to do the update yet. I wonder if it won't force it because it's already done an update. Because when I started it forced an update. So I wonder if it's not going to do it again. Unless I shut the scope down and restart it. What I could do is I could just start a second screen and see. You're reminding me of Dean. All right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to load up a second copy of the scope. It's just forced an update of it. Hopefully it's the correct update. It does not.
Canada 1014, hello, sir. We're with you, runway heading, climbing 30,000.
Okay, 1014 heavy, roger. Turn left heading a 150, maintain 3000, say the reason for the go around.
Alright, so can you please the heading, it was 150?
Yeah, Canada 1014 heavy, affirmative.
150 and go around, the Delaware told me to go around because there's an aircraft that didn't vacate the runway.
Okay, 1014, roger, just wanted to make sure. Continue the left turn heading 090 vectors for another approach 24 right.
Alright, 090 and vectors for the approach.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't force an update here. My second scope looks no better than my first, though, so I'm not sure if that's indicative that the update ran or not. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Anyways, don't worry about it. I'll just continue to be grumpy. It's fine. Wouldn't be me if I wasn't grumpy. Air Canada 416 heavy, contact the Toronto Center now, 125.77. Safe flight.
12577, Toronto Center, Air Canada 416 heavy, good day.
Okay, I did pull up downloads. I did. I did pull up the downloads. I did. Pull the update box. Download to. Let me try that. Okay, maybe that's why. All right, so I'm going to download the Sector AIRAC update again. And I'm not sure if it's the same one it downloaded or not before. Downloaded. Oh, there you go. That's okay. So you had to, I get it. So you have to refresh the Toronto one and then you can force the download. So there it goes. Unfortunately, it doesn't look any better. All that work. I appreciate the effort anyways, Travis. Air Canada 1014, fly heading 060.
060, 1014.
Don't worry about it. I'm just going to be grumpy. It's fine. I find it's getting harder and harder to keep up with all this stuff, and maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe I just don't have the time, but I find it's getting harder and harder to keep up with all this stuff. I was just spending some time this afternoon going through all the Vancouver stuff because there's been a lot of stuff that's been updated since the last time I really kind of had a solid look through it. And I'm trying to make this more of a point that every time I get online, I try to have a solid look through the Discord and see what's new, because if you don't, like, it's just, and that's the trouble with Discord, is it's so frustratingly chaotic. It's impossible to kind of really keep track of what's important in Discord. Everything has equal importance, which is not really a very good way to run a division. It's a poorly structured solution. It has lots of neat solutions. Between being able to share files and control users and stuff like that, like there are some very good solutions to it.
1014, is 170 knots good for you?
Air Canada 1014, you're the only one who's going to be on the approach for the time being, so speed's completely your discretion.
Alright, amazing, thanks. And also, last question, are you guys going to be on for a while?
Aircat at 1014, I've got about 2 hours. I don't know about anybody else.
I mean, no, 2 hours is enough for us, thanks.
Toronto departures, good evening again, Air Canada 7016 Heavy, 3000 climbing 5.
Air Canada 7016 Heavy, Toronto, good evening. Your identified climb 7,000.
7000 Canada 7016.
Air Canada 7016, turn left, direct saver on course.
Left saver on course, Canada 7016.
Okay. Air Canada 1014, make the heading 040.
Amazing, 040 for Canada 1014.
Air Canada 7016 Heavy, climb flight level 230.
Flight level 230, Canada 7016.
Head Shoot Man 15, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Today we're just doing Toronto arrival, so it's not as exciting, but it is for me. It's so nice sometimes to be this. I was all excited because I knew I was going to stream tonight. It's like, oh, I'll do Toronto Center. It'll be fun. It'll be Friday night. It'll be busy. It won't be too busy because it'll be pre-cross the pond and everyone's going to bed early so they can get up and fly across the pond tomorrow morning. That doesn't seem to be the case. There's 1,000 connections to the VATSIM network. Maybe that is a little low. Maybe that is a little low, but there's definitely plenty of traffic around. There's definitely, I'm just kind of looking like Europe's kind of faded out to nothing already, but certainly in North America, there's a fair amount of traffic around, and there's a number of people like me who probably won't be able to participate in the event. So sometimes that's the way it is. That's what you do. Whatever. Any of my streams are awesome. Well, thank you. But this is kind of nice. Like this is honestly like it's so nice to be focused on one particular activity, so you can really do it well. The trouble with Center is that oftentimes you're trying to do so much and provide service to so many people that you do about a 7 out of 10 job for everybody. Sometimes some people get like a 5 out of 10 job as opposed to being focused like this. You can do a 10 out of 10 for everybody that's in your space because you've got a very limited space. Aircat at 1014, turn left heading 340.
340, Canada 1014.
So that's kind of, to me, is the, what am I trying to say? It's very nice to have this very linear, very solid focus. I'm not even doing tower. I am literally just doing Toronto arrivals and departures. So it's a very small amount of airspace that I have to control. Just very focused, which is just so nice sometimes. Sometimes you're doing Center and your attention is just going so many directions. I kind of want to throw all the SIDs up here because I have. Hopefully this doesn't make it too busy. I'm going to throw all the SIDs up here and see what happens, just because it's kind of nice to sort of see where the turns are going to happen. I'm going to turn them all on for the 23s, 24s. That's actually that's very reasonable. That's actually not too busy at all. That's a very reasonable amount of paths out there. Air Canada, disregard. Air Canada 1014, turn left heading 270 for the intercept. Cleared the ILS, runway 24 right.
270, if I heard that correctly, and cleared ILS. Oh, is it good if we do another visual?
Air Canada 1014, do you have the field in sight at your 9 o'clock for 14 miles?
Affirmative.
Air Canada 1014, cleared visual, approach runway 24 right.
And cleared visual 24 right, thanks. Air Canada 1014.
Air Canada 7016, contact the Toronto Center now, 125.77, good day.
2577, Canada 7016, good night.
I was listening to Washington Center. It was fun as arrival. Do you run tower ground too? Tower's online. So today I'm literally just doing arrival and departures. Tower's online, center's online. I'm just doing the arrivals and departures. It's so weird to me.
Toronto departure, Canada 8896, or correction, 8996, 3000.
Air Canada 8996, Toronto, thank you. Identified, climb 7000.
Climb 7000, Air Canada 8996.
It's so weird to me just to not flip between different views. This one view is all I need. Everything is right here. I don't need any other view open. That's it. This is all I got. That's all I need. Air Canada 8996, turn left direct, saver on course.
Left direct, saver on course, Air Canada 8996.
Air Canada 1014, you can contact the tower again now, 118.7. Have a great day.
187 for Canada 1014. Amazing work. Good day.
Take care. Have you guys wall up that guy that departed 33? You did, right? Arrival?
Toronto approach, good evening, Air Canada 420 Heavy, climbing 2500.
Air Canada 420 Heavy, Toronto departure, hello. Identified, climb 7000.
Climb 7000, Air Canada 420 Heavy.
There he's gone now. Air Canada 8996, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Air Canada 8996.
Because you don't know what you're doing. Off topic, have you been to Calgary? If so, how did you like it? I have been to Calgary. Calgary's a nice city. I like Calgary. Air Canada 420, turn left direct, saver on course.
Direct saver on course, Air Canada 420 Heavy.
Air Canada 8996, go direct Rycom.
Direct Rycom, Air Canada 8996.
Sorry, rivals, go ahead. Yeah, bring him down to 5. That probably actually works better. Yeah, bring him down to 5. Air Canada 420 Heavy, climb flight level 230.
230 for Air Canada 420 Heavy.
Getting a string of departures here. How many people we got online? I still got 4 more departures in Toronto, so we got people coming. We got a steady stream of arrivals anyways. It's not so many right now, actually. As I kind of look at you, I have to zoom out to see them. Lots of people inbound, but they're actually pretty far out here. Let's just see here. Yeah, and I've been to Calgary quite a few times. I like downtown Calgary. It's actually quite nice. It's definitely one of the nicer cities in Canada to still visit. The downtown, like along the river, especially. I like to just go out and run for exercise, and it's fantastic going out there and running. There's lots of departures kind of coming, but nobody's actually. Only about half the people who are inbound to Toronto are in the air so far. So it might be a little while before we get a wave of arrivals. Working on a side project, trying to do something cool with VATSIM. Will that be? That's good. I do like that. And then, okay, who's this guy here? 7003. And the departure airspace here. Yeah, I enjoyed it. All right, I feel like there's maybe a few too many lines on the screen there. The purple ones, I think, are the prop SIDs, and then the blue ones are the jet SIDs, so I might take away the prop SIDs for now. I feel like that's too much. Let's see here, 23s. All right, so let me remove some of the, I might leave the Bowman one in there. That Dreamliner is vastly out climbing that 7.3. Air Canada 8996, contact the Toronto Centre now, 125.77, good day.
12577 Air Canada 8996, goodbye.
I missed 2 somehow. What did I miss? Oh, my region. Air Canada 420, contact Toronto Centre now, 125.77, good day.
Toronto Centre 2577, thanks for the coverage, Air Canada 420 Heavy.
Take care. All right, and I missed one here. Which one is that? I kept the Beaumont, which is what I wanted. It was the Ebkin was the wrong one. That was the one I... Here we go. Now I got all my SIDs, so at least I can kind of see what they're doing. That's good. Okay, actually quite a lot of traffic going on here. It's nice to cut it, but it's nice when you split it between all the different controllers so that it's a very reasonable workload. I'm definitely not feeling overloaded, which is sometimes is the case. It's going to be a little bit of a quieter evening when that's the case, and I don't mind sometimes that hard work, but it's also part of the fun of this is being part of that system. Being just one cog in the system, you do your job, you get these airplanes to the next phase, and then somebody else takes care of it from there. So the en route sector takes care of it, or you hand it off to tower. You can bring up the ground view here just to see how many airplanes are on the ground here. It's actually not bad. Got a few airplanes. That was the arrival. I think that was 1014. Yeah, so I think these guys are all departures. Yeah, departures. So hopefully we'll get a few more departures going here in a little bit. It's going to be a little bit quiet for about the next half hour, unfortunately. So if you want to ask any questions, please feel free. Because I got nothing right now. It's just a little bit. There's stuff going on, but nothing really I'm dealing with here. I'm trying to find the information in Discord. One thing that's actually going to work a little bit to my advantage is the fact that the newest version of the VATSIM ratings policy only requires visiting controllers to have 3 hours every 3 months. 3 hours per quarter is the way they're putting it. So 3 hours every 3 months, which is really not that much. My goal is always about 2 hours a month. So that would put me at about 6 hours, which is my target. But because I guessed in 5 different FIRs, it's a lot sometimes to get that in a month. And this month I'm behind because of the fact that this is only like the this is the 4th controlling session I've done this month, which for the 20th of the month is actually for me is pretty low, but that's just the way it's been. I've been swamped with work. This month has been just an intense month. I just actually got my schedule for next month, and it's actually not bad. It's got quite a few more days off than I had this month, which is a big relief. I am feeling the workload right now. Feeling just overworked and tired more often than not. So controlling is one of those things that unfortunately has fallen by the wayside, as I have been too tired to deal with. Too tired to deal with controlling. I get online and I don't even get online. I get home at the end of the day and I'm just tired all the time. I'm just like, I don't think I can put the effort into it. Like it's supposed to be fun. It does require mental capacity. It's the mental capacity I think that I find is the challenge. I find it's fun. And hopefully this will help me ward off dementia as I age. Since I've already fallen for the grumpiness, but hopefully at least if I keep my brain active, it'll keep away the dementia. All right. Sorry, I wasn't reading the chats there for a minute or so there. The idea is I want to help myself and fellow simmers who find it hard to jump into VATSIM. As a beginner, I find it difficult to understand ATC sometimes, know exactly what to answer. I'm trying to solve by turning VATSIM comms into text. If the text would include your call sign, I would suggest your answer based on the instruction. Based on the instruction. Yeah, I'll know if I start having hip problems. Well, I'm already old, so I'm just hoping the dementia does not kick in. That's yeah. But I keep on reading that's one of the best ways to ward off dementia is and you know all the cognitive declines that come with aging is to make sure you keep your brain active. So this, I think, is an excellent potential tool for that. Not only that, it is fun. It's absolutely fun. I really enjoy it. But it's also just, yeah, like I'm hoping that just keeping the brain working and thinking and solving problems, looking at the situations and how can I make this work? How can I make this efficient? How can I make this better for everyone? But yeah, I get it when people are hesitant to jump in, and I feel a little bit bad that I jumped down this guy's throat. But like, I see 4 airplanes on my scopes, and the first 4 airplanes I talk to, nobody's listening, reacting quickly, and maybe my expectations are too high. But that's kind of the expectation in Toronto, is and certain. Uh, so Tower's going to get off at the halfway at about half past. So yeah, Tower's going to get off at about half past. So we'll be taking over the ground duties at half past if nobody else hops on to fill that gap, which would be kind of interesting. It'll require me to start doing this. Probably I don't need that right now, but why do I have all these airport views up? I was trying to see what was going on. There's nothing much going on there, but Toronto ground is looking kind of busy right now, so we'll get a couple departures going on soon. But if we take over that, that'll be a little bit useful. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like I feel the pain of people who do find it intimidating and don't know what to say, and it is tough. The only trouble I'll say with something like that is like it's important that even if you give them a scripted answer to say, that they understand what it means even more than what to say. Even more than what to say is what does it mean? If you just spoon feed someone the answers, what happened to my ramp lines? Am I supposed to have ramp lines? I don't know. That's just the default view. That's how that's how the ground view looks. I'm a little bit disappointed it's not still green because that's what I was looking the other day at all the ground radars in the operations center, and they all still have the green layout. But do we still have to have the ground layouts on? Because none of this stuff is on. What if I do that? It just was on it was just whatever was the defaults was what was on, but that looks a lot prettier, that's for sure. Well, that definitely looks a lot busier. Wow, that's almost too much. My eyes are starting to melt just looking at it. That looks busy now. Accurate, but busy. That's center from arrival. What's the plan with this TBM? Good evening, Tama. Time for another different session here. Uh, yeah, good point. I agree. It's doable too. Just experimenting so far. I tried Mozilla's deep speech model. It does speech to text, but it's pretty bad. I don't have a whole lot of faith in these large language models. It's all smoke and mirrors. And what's interesting is just how much energy is being demanded for some of these projects too. Okay. See, the green I think is for the remote displays that are sent to other that are sent to non-NavCanada facilities. I feel like that's probably what it is with the green. The green is non-NavCanada situation displays. So if you're not in the NavCanada tower, but if you're getting a feed somewhere else, because the airline operations center has it all with the green, and it looked so familiar. It looked so back in the day. I feel like I don't have any airspace here. I got all these satellites and everything trucking through my airspace. Can we leave? I don't even care because I don't have any departures, but I kind of wanted to start them down now. And east satellite from arrival. I had a departure airborne. I'm going to need you guys to probably start getting that TBM to descend at some point. Oh, okay.
Charles Departure, Canada 379 is with you currently at 2,700 feet.
Air Canada 379, Toronto, good evening. Identified, climb 7,000.
Climb 7,000, Air Canada 379.
Ooh, now we got a couple departures back to back. Good times, good times. Air Canada 379, turn right direct, Tulek on course.
Direct Tulek on course, Air Canada 379.
It would be nice if these SIDs would get properly assigned.
Departure, good evening. Flyer 263 passing 2600 for 5000.
Flyer 263 Toronto Center, or Toronto departure, good evening. You're identified. Climb 5,000 only. I'll have higher shortly.
Alright, we'll continue climb to 5000, Flyer 263.
Flyer 263 at 3600, turn left direct Sabre on course.
Direct Sabre on course, Flyer 263.
Flyer 263, climb 7,000.
7,000, Flyer 263.
And Air Canada 379, you stopped the climb at 7,000, right?
We were supposed to, but we're coming back down here, Air Canada 379.
Thank you. Roger. They're all getting their rest before tomorrow. Air Canada 379, climb flight level 230.
230, Canada 379. Sorry for the overlap there.
No problem. Flyer 263, climb flight level 230.
Up to 230, Flyer 263.
All right. Just gonna do this. I'm gonna put some reference waypoints in here for the various SIDs since nobody seems able to actually assign the SIDs properly anymore. Apparently I have to do all this stuff myself. I hate having a whole lot of fixes on there, but because we can't do this anymore, because people don't do this anymore, they don't assign the SIDs properly, I have to put stuff on here so I have fixes to look at. Air Canada 379, contact Toronto Centre now on 125.77. Good day.
125.77. Have a great night. Thanks for the coverage, Air Canada 379.
The flight lines appear, but the trouble is if the SIDs aren't properly assigned by the departure controller, then the Euroscope never recognizes the SID. If they're not, if they haven't at least clicked it at least once, if they just let the default SID in there, it doesn't actually set it in a way that Euroscope recognizes, which is very frustrating to try and deal with. It's been never used to be a problem. We used to always have people reassign stuff, but now they don't reassign stuff, so now it doesn't auto-populate the routings properly. It's pretty much universal now. It's become a universal issue. I would have made some comments in the forum, but there's no forum anymore, so it's a universal training issue. Almost nobody reissues this, reselects the SIDs anymore to select them properly. So I've just given up on that.
Toronto departure, Air Canada 320, 3000 fleet.
Air Canada 223, you're identified, climbing through 3800, climb 7000.
Climb 7000, Air Canada 323.
Flare 263, contact Toronto Centre now, 125.77. Good day.
All right, over to center. Thanks for control. See you next time.
Take care. Air Canada 223, turn right direct Tillam on course.
Air Canada 223, turn right direct Tillam, and then on course.
So I'm just trying to put all the initial fixes on this because I kind of miss having them there. It's kind of nice to have them all there. I thought I put Tillam up there. I did. Because now that I have the SIDs on that screen as well, you might as well have all the fixes. Air Canada 223, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230 for Air Canada.
Level 5 anyways. That's alright. It's fine. I don't care. Do what you like. See, I thought I did Tulik as well, but apparently I didn't. Thought I did. Where's Tulik? There it is. No, I didn't do Tulik. There it is. Da, 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 da. Bisty. So I do this. I should have done this a long time ago, really, and I got lazy about it, but at least I'll have something to look at on the scope. There it is, Icklin. Right, where's Dead Key? Sometimes it would be nice. I would really like it if we could actually search the display settings list because there's just so many settings to search through sometimes. That it would be nice if there was like a search function where you could just start typing and it would find the fix or the relevant fixes you're looking for. Because sometimes looking through this list, like we must have like 100, if not 500 fixes in this list. Better save this. Now that I've done all this work, I better save this before my system crashes or something and all this work is lost. Do some CDOG. There, now at least for this configuration, I've got lots of useful stuff in here. Lots of useful fixes along the various departures. Yeah, that looks better. That's kind of nice to have those fixes now. Because I'm mostly familiar with a lot of the most common ones, but sometimes you get the more uncommon ones. I'm not totally sure of all the fixes, and it depends on the configuration too, which is the other part. Like there's so much to learn. Very good. What have you got going on right now? Okay, sounds good. And I don't even see. Oh, there is a couple others. Nobody else got the transponder on, I guess. Okay, yeah. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that, guys. Just dealing with something there. All right, if I go back to my other view now, I did send him over, right? And center from arrival. Yeah, okay, hold on 1 second. And quick center from arrival. Did I give you Air Canada 223? No, okay. I remember clicking it, and then I can't remember if I had given the comms handoff. Okay. All right, sorry. We'll go to the other channel again. Air Canada 223. Contact Toronto Center now 125.77. Arrival, sorry. Go ahead. I'm all right with that. I think tower's going to be gone, but yeah, that's fine. Did you give the... Okay, so Air Canada 227 was the one with the clearance? Okay, that's because I'm looking. I'm like, you said one guy had a clearance. I'm like, who? Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, Golf 2422324 price sec. I got it.
Tesla aircraft Toronto Tower is now offline. You can contact departure on 132.8.
Toronto, hello, it's Sirius Golf Delta Papa Whiskey.
Golf Delta Pop Whiskey Toronto. Good day. I understand you want to low and over in Toronto.
Affirm, just a low approach. Any runway that you can accommodate, and then it'll be departing towards the Burlington area for Delta Papa Whiskey.
Delta Papa Whiskey. Roger. Plan to low and over on 24 left. I have no traffic on approach right now, so you're clear to left base runway 24 left. Report turning final.
Okay, clear the left base 24 left, Delta Papa Whiskey.
Okay, so now we're in charge of the Toronto ground. Oh, hey, look at that. I got a black section. See, you're right. I got a black section. I didn't even notice that. You're paying more attention than I was complaining about it, but I didn't even bother doing anything about it. So now I'm back to this. Now I'm back to flip-flop, 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 flip-flop. If I was smart, I would go half and half on the screen, but I think the way my OBS overlay is designed, it won't recognize that. If I go to a half screen here, it'll only show you half a screen. It won't show you the other half of the screen, because it's based on this window itself, and it'll show you the whole window here. So we're just going to do this, and unfortunately we're going to do a lot of flip-flopping, guys, so I apologize in advance for that, because it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but there's lots of stuff going on here. I've got to start going through these flight plans here and making sure I have clearances. Okay, 23. Okay, so Ragus 513, that's fine. 23 for departure. And this one as well. Okay, good. So we got 2 arrivals, and we got a whole bunch of departures. It's about to get busy, guys. I hope you got your
Toronto departures. Good evening, WestJet 514 with you. We have information Golf, and we are looking for IFR 2 Ottawa.
All right, WestJet 514, today you're cleared to the Ottawa Airport via the Verto 7 departure L sub transition flight plan route. Depart runway 23, squawk 5554.
Cleared to Ottawa on Verto 7, then L sub, then as filed. The runway is 23, squawk 5554 for WestJet 514.
WestJet 514, the readback is correct. The information is Golf. Call me when you're ready for push.
Welcome.
Toronto, Post WestJet 2311, heavy with you. We needed Victors to Calvi if you could.
WestJet 2311, Toronto, we're at your runway 24 right for arrival. You plan the ILS. Descend now 9,000 on altimeter 2990 and fly heading of, let's call it heading 070, please.
070 and down to 9,000, WestJet 2311 heavy. And you said 24 right?
WestJet 2311, affirmative.
Approach Canada 122 at descending 1000 with you.
Air Canada 122 Toronto arrival, good day. Your information is Golf. Your arrival runway is 24 right, plan the ILS. Descend 8,000 on altimeter 2990.
Descend 8,000, expect 24 right, Air Canada 122.
John, sorry, Delta Papa Whiskey is final, 24 left.
Delta Papa Whiskey, the Toronto winds are showing 311. You're clear to low and over runway 24 left. You can turn towards Burlington in the go.
Okay, cleared low approach 24 left, full start to the left turn into Burlington at a convenience, Delta Papa Whiskey.
Toronto Centre, good evening, Air Canada 972, looking for IFR to Oxford file. We have information Delta on board.
Air Canada 972 Toronto, you're cleared to the Ottawa Airport via the Verdo 7 departure, LSUB transition, flight plan route, depart runway 23, squawk code 6102.
Cleared to Ottawa for the Verdo 7 departure by the ALP transition, and we will squawk 6102 for Air Canada 972.
Air Canada 972, thank you. That readback is correct. The information in Toronto's Golf. Call me when you're ready for the pushback.
We'll call for pushback, Air Canada 972.
Air Canada 122, descend 6,000.
6,000, Air Canada 122.
Delta Papa Whiskey, not above 2,000 as you head southwestbound.
Not above 2,000, Delta Papa Whiskey.
All right, now things are suddenly getting very hectic. I went from having very low workload to suddenly I'm not swamped, but boy, do I have a workload all of a sudden here.
All right, Rolls, good afternoon. Air Canada 227 on the ground at Toronto with Golf Crest. IFR 2, that's correct, IFR is 5.
Air Canada 227 Toronto, hello. You're cleared to Philadelphia via the Rigas 5 departure. Flight plan route, depart runway 23, squawk code 2225, stand by 1 moment for the readback, break Air Canada 122, descend 4,000.
Send 4,000, Air Canada 122.
Air Canada 227, go ahead the readback.
To Philadelphia via the Rigas 5 departure, runway 23, squawk code 2227, Air Canada 227.
Air Canada 2227, it's actually 2225.
Sorry about that. Squawk 2225, Air Canada 227.
Air Canada 227, thanks. That readback is correct. Information is Golf. Give me a call ready for the push.
We got Golf, we'll call for Air Canada 227.
WestJet 2311, turn right 20 degrees, descend 8,000.
Turn right 20 degrees, descend 8,000, WestJet 2311 heavy.
Toronto arrivals, Delta 248, request IFR to LaGuardia as well.
Delta 248, Toronto, good day. You're cleared to the New York LaGuardia Airport via the Kepta 3 departure, Bumpa transition, flight plan route. Depart runway 23, squawk code 6537.
Roger, cleared to LaGuardia via the Kepta 3 Bumpa transition, flight plan route, departure runway 23, squawk 6537, Delta 248.
Delta 248, the readback is correct. Information is Golf. And give me a call ready for the push.
Roger, we'll call you for push, Delta 248, and we have Golf.
Should he still be with East?
Toronto,
okay, send him to East and I'll give him direct to East. And sorry, who was that calling Toronto?
Boeing 644.
So who wants Delta Papa Whiskey? Sorry, East, okay.
Toronto arrivals, Air Canada 492 for runway 32 with Golf, holding at 8,000.
All right, first Delta Papa Whiskey. Contact Toronto Terminal now on 133.4 for further.
33-4, Delta Pop Whiskey Day.
Air Canada 492, Toronto, the information, Toronto's Golf, runway 24 right, descend 4,000.
Down to 4,000. Is it possible to do runway 23?
Air Canada 492, okay, plan the ILS runway 23.
ILS runway 23 and down to 4,000, Air Canada 492.
Air Canada 122, turn left heading 300, descend 3,000.
300, descend 3,000, Air Canada 12.
United 106 Delta, did you check in? Somebody else called Toronto unanswered? Okay, maybe I got everyone. Come on. Okay, when I say...
Arrival, good evening, United 106 Delta, stable at flight level 110, inbound Bimpo.
United 106 Delta, Toronto, hello, runway 24 right, information, Golf, altimeter 2990, descend 9,000.
Expect arrival runway 24 right, descend 9,000, United 106 Delta.
Air Canada 492 vectors for sequence, turn left heading 150. Actually, Air Canada 492 disregard, sorry, my apologies. Air Canada 492, actually, sorry, disregard. Actually, on that heading, intercept the localizer, you're cleared the ILS 23.
Okay, will remain cleared to ILS runway 23, Air Canada 492.
WestJet 2311, heavy fly heading 060, descend 6,000.
060, 6,000, WestJet 2311, heavy.
Air Canada 122, fly heading 270 to intercept, cleared the ILS runway 24 right.
270 to intercept, cleared ILS, approach 27 right, Air Canada 122.
Air Canada 492, you're going to see traffic over at 11 o'clock down at 3,000 feet as a 320 joining the parallel approach on the south side.
Yeah, have a visual on that traffic, Air Canada 492.
Thank you. Air Canada 122, you're going to see traffic off your right side about your 2 o'clock high at 4,500 is a 320 joining the parallel on the north side.
Roger, traffic inside Air Canada 122.
And Sunwing 644, sorry about that. Are you looking for the clearance to Kennedy?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Sunwing 644.
Sunwing 644, Toronto, you're cleared to the New York JFK Airport via the KEPTA 3 departure bumper transition. Flight plan route, depart runway 23, squawk code 2223.
Clear to Kennedy, KEPTA 3 departure bumper transition, runway 23 and squawk is 2223 for Sunwing 644.
Sunwing 644, thanks. The readback's correct. Give me a call ready for the push. WestJet 2311, descend 4,000, fly heading 050.
050, down to 4,000, WestJet 2311, headed.
United 106 Delta, descend 6,000.
Descend 6,000, United 106 Delta.
Air Canada 122, cross NOAA at 160 knots.
160 knots at NOAA, Canada 123.
Air Canada 492, cross OMTOC at 160 knots.
Crossing OMTOC at 160 knots, Air Canada 492.
WestJet 2311, when you level at 4,000, speed 190.
Down to 190, WestJet 2311 at 4,000.
All right, it is too busy with all those taxi lanes. It's much too busy. I got to get rid of some of it.
Toronto approach, you can everyone ready to copy a fire down to Vancouver.
Key lead in lines. And step by. That's better. All right, sorry, who was looking for that? Was that Air Canada 311?
Air Canada 311.
Air Canada 311, you're cleared to Vancouver via the AFSEP 7 departure Musit transition flight plan route depart runway 23, squawk code 2217.
Clear to Vancouver, followed off runway 23 with the AFSEP 7 with the Musit transition 2217 in the box 311.
And Air Canada 311, readback's correct. Information Golf, call ready for the push. WestJet 2311, turn left heading 330, descend 3,000.
330, down to 3,000, WestJet 2311.
United 106 Delta, descend 5,000.
Descend 5,000, United 106 Delta.
Toronto arrival Delta 248, ready for push and start.
And Delta 248, I need the transponder on. What gate are you at?
Just 1 second, Delta 248, we forgot.
Air Canada 122, Toronto winds 290 at 13. You're clear to land, runway 24 right.
Clear to land 24 right to Canada 122.
WestJet 2311, heavy turn left heading 270 to intercept, cleared the ILS 24 right.
270, cleared ILS 24 right, WestJet 2311 heavy.
United 106 Delta, descend 4,000.
Descend 4,000, United 106 Delta.
Air Canada 492, Toronto winds 299, gust 15, clear to land, runway 23.
Clear to land, runway 23, Air Canada 492.
Delta 248, I see you there now. Clear to push back, tail to the east, call ready for taxi.
Helios will call ready for taxi Delta 248.
Toronto departure, WestJet 514 is ready to push back as well, gate 131 with Golf.
WestJet 514, thanks for Golf. Push on to lane 6, tail east, call for taxi.
Lane 6, tail to the east, WestJet 514.
Toronto departure Air Canada 972, also looking to push back from gate 135 with Golf on board.
And United 106 Delta, I didn't give you a turn. Fly heading 090.
Fly heading 090, United 106 Delta.
Sorry, who was ready for push?
Canada 972, gate 135 with Golf.
Air Canada 972. Air Canada 972. Traffic beside you is just pushing there. I got to get you hold for a moment. I'll call you back.
Yeah, copy that.
All right, United 106 Delta. Let's do this. Fly heading now 330. I'm going to give you a circle around to get you back on course here. You can't.
Fly heading 320, United 106 Delta.
You can't turn when you're not authorized to turn. You're just turning on top of other airplanes. Oh my God. It's too busy now for that. It's too busy for those shenanigans right now. All right, United 106 Delta. This should work from here. Give me a right turn heading 210.
Right turn 210, United 106 Delta.
United 106 Delta. When you roll out on the 210 heading, you can intercept the localizer, clear the ILS 24 right on the right turn 210.
Rogers, United 106 Delta.
Sure, why not? Air Canada 122, welcome to Toronto. Right turn when you're able and say parking. WestJet 2311, cross NOAA at 160 knots.
Cross NOAA at 160, WestJet 2311 heavy.
Toronto approach Air Canada 469, 8,000 feet inbound, Leapbox.
Air Canada 469, Toronto, good day. Information is Golf, runway 24 right, altimeter 2990.
24 right, altimeter 2992, or sorry, 299, sorry, can you repeat altimeter?
Altimeter is 2990, break. Air Canada 122, where are you parking today?
Didn't think I'd get this far, so wherever you put me, Canada 122.
Air Canada 122, Roger, let's see here. You're going to need an international, or you're going to need a transport arrival gate. So give me a right turn there onto Charlie. Taxi Charlie, Delta Quebec, and park at 166 Alpha.
Roger, return Charlie, Charlie, Delta Quebec, 166 Alpha, Canada 122.
Toronto, following 644 at gate 521, ready to start.
Air Canada 492, turn left on hotel, cross runway 33 left and 33 right, and say parking.
Left on hotel, crossing runway 33 left, 33 right, and I'd like to gate 135.
Air Canada 492, Roger, gate 135 for now. Hotel crossbow 33s, Bravo short of Bravo 1.
Hotel, the Bravo, and hold short at Bravo 1, Air 22.
Sunwing 644, pushback is approved and call ready for taxi.
Pushback is approved, next one for taxi for Sunwing 644.
WestJet 2311, heavy, the wind's 300 at 10, you're clear to land, runway 24 right.
Clear land, runway 24 right, north south. WestJet 2311, heavy.
Thank you. Air Canada 469, need this. Air Canada 469, proceed direct Ebdal, descend 5,000.
Direct to Epdal down to 4,000, Air Canada 469.
Air Canada 469, descend 5,000.
5,000 for Air Canada 469.
I feel like I know that voice. No, I don't. No, it's not who I'm thinking of. Okay, never mind. It was not who I thought it was. All right.
Delta 248, ready for taxi, runway 23.
Delta 248, runway 23. The information is Golf, altimeter 2990. Taxi Alpha Mike, Alpha, hold short Alpha Kilo.
That runway 23, information Golf, altimeter 2990, taxi via Alpha Mike Alpha, hold Alpha Kilo Delta 248.
All right. I cleared this guy to land.
Toronto approach WestJet 514 is with taxi.
WestJet 514, thank you. Runway 23, information Golf, altimeter 2990. Taxi down, lane 6, Alpha Kilo, just hold short of Alpha for now.
Alpha Kilo, hold short of Alpha, WestJet 514.
Air Canada 972, traffic's just about to pass behind you, WestJet 37 left to right. Once they're passed, you're cleared to push lane 6, tail east, call for taxi.
We'll watch for traffic and push lane 6 tail east and call for taxi Air Canada 972.
There's going to be a big crunch here at Alpha Kilo in a second. Air Canada 469er, descend 3,000 at Ebdal. You're cleared the ILS, runway 24 right.
Down to 3,000 at Ebdal, clear for ILS, runway 24 right.
You got it. All right, about one more hour I have to give to this today. Hopefully I get most of these aircraft moving in that time. WestJet 514, taxi runway 23 via Alpha Hotel.
Alpha Hotel, runway 23, WestJet 514.
United 106 Delta, Toronto winds 300 at 11, clear to land, 24 right.
Clear for runway 24 right, you and 106 Delta.
Nope, we're getting more. We're not getting less airplanes, we're getting more. All right, keep going, keep going.
Toronto, good evening, WestJet 665. Information Golf 15 request to Calgary.
WestJet 665, Toronto, good evening. You're cleared to the Calgary Airport via the F-7 departure Musit transition and the flight plan route. Depart runway 23, squawk code 2211.
Clear Calgary via the F-7 departure Musit transition. Flight plan route departing off of 23, squawk 2211, WestJet 665.
WestJet 665, the readback is correct. Information in Toronto is Golf. Give me a call when you're ready for the push, please.
Where's push, WestJet 665?
I should actually be updating these tags. He's taxiing. And he's taxiing. Delta 248, you're going to follow a WestJet 37 just coming out at Alpha Kilo. Continue taxi Alpha Hotel.
Continue taxi Alpha Hotel and we'll follow the West Delta 248.
What just happened there? little jackknife or something there. WestJet 2311, welcome to Toronto. Turn right on Delta, and where are you parking?
Anywhere off Delta, Quebec.
WestJet 2311, WestJet traditionally parks at Terminal 3. So if I can offer you maybe, let's call it gate Bravo 18.
Sure, Terminal 3, Bravo 18, WestJet 2311 Heavy.
WestJet 2311 Heavy, roger. Taxi Delta, cross runway 33 right, Alpha, hold short of Alpha Kilo for now.
Delta, hold short, cross runway 33 right, and hold short. Delta Kilo, did you say?
WestJet 2311, it's Delta, Alpha, hold short of Alpha Kilo, and cross 33 right.
Delta, Alpha Kilo, cross 33 right, WestJet 2311 Heavy.
You got it.
Toronto Alpha Lima, short Alpha is taxi.
Okay, there's a couple there. That was, I guess, Air Canada 227, you said you're Alpha Lima, short Alpha?
From Alpha Lima, short Alpha with Golf Rave taxi.
All right, I don't remember giving you the push there, but anyways, Air Canada 227, runway 23, information is Golf, altimeter 29990, taxi Alpha, hold short Alpha Kilo.
Okay, taxi Alpha, and Alpha hold short Alpha Kilo to Canada 227.
Who else called?
Toronto Sunwing 644, ready for taxi to the runway 23 with the information Golf.
Sunwing 644, Toronto, runway 23, the information is Golf, altimeter 29990, taxi Echo Yankee, Echo, and Hotel, cross runway 33 right, hold short of Alpha.
Runway 23, altimeter 29990, taxi via Echo Yankee, Echo Hotel, cross runway 33 right, hold short of Alpha for Sunwing 644.
Air Canada 492, I'm just going to hold you there for a moment. I just got one aircraft that's pushed back from 135. As soon as he's moved out of the way, I'll get you going.
No problem. I'll hold here at Bravo 1.
Toronto Air Canada 972, we are ready to taxi from 135.
Air Canada 972, thank you. Runway 23, information Golf, altimeter 29990, taxi out Alpha Kilo, Alpha, and Hotel.
2990, we will taxi Alpha Kilo, Alpha and Hotel for runway 23 for Air Canada 972.
Air Canada 492, you'll see a company 37 that's just behind gate 135 right now. He's going to come out Alpha Kilo, go north on Alpha. Behind him, taxi in Alpha Kilo, lane 6 to 135.
Copy. Behind the Echo in traffic, I'll taxi in on Alpha Kilo, lane 6 to 135.
Air Canada 227, just hold short of Alpha Kilo for now. I'm going to get you going in about 2 minutes here.
Okay, Roger, I'll watch for Alpha Kilo for now, and Air Canada 227. Just to confirm, if I'm correct, the ramps in Canada are uncontrolled, correct?
The apron in Toronto is controlled by the apron controller, and today I'm going to play that role for you, so it will be controlled.
Oh, I see. Sorry that we pushed without permission there.
No problem. United 106, where are you parking today?
Wherever you want, you have room.
United 106, okay, let me just check. You came from LaGuardia, so I'm going to give you gate 165. So turn right on Delta, cross runway 33 right, Alpha, hold short of Alpha Lima for now.
Right on Delta, cross runway 33 right, Alpha, short Alpha, United 106 Delta.
Air Canada 227, behind the two company aircraft ahead that are crossing in front of you, you can continue taxi Alpha Hotel.
Behind the two company of us, we'll continue taxi Alpha Hotel, Air Canada 227.
All right, who's number 1 the runway? WestJet 514 Toronto. Contact me once you're airborne. The wind's 310 at 6, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
If we take off 23, we'll contact airborne WestJet 514.
Air Canada 469, Toronto winds 300 at 10, clear to land, runway 24 right.
Clear to land, runway 24 right, Air Canada 469.
WestJet 2311, continue taxi Alpha and enter the apron at Alpha Juliet.
Continue on Alpha and enter the apron at Alpha Juliet. Thank you.
And actually, WestJet 2311, we're going to change your gate here because someone just spawned on Bravo 18. So I'm going to make it Bravo 15. Enter the apron at Alpha Tango now.
Okay, Alpha Tango, WestJet 2311 Heavy.
Make it Bravo 15. I think it's a big corner gate for your Heavy there.
Thank you, sir.
Delta 248, line up runway 23.
Line up runway 23, Delta 248.
Air Canada 972, give way to a Sunwing on hotel. Follow them onto hotel.
I will give way to Sunwing on hotel and follow them for Canada 972.
Sunwing 644 traffic off the right is going to wait for you. Continue taxi hotel.
Main taxi hotel for Sunwing 644.
Wow, that's a lot of airplanes.
WestJet 514, 1,300.
WestJet 514 Toronto, thank you. You're identified. Climb 7,000.
7,000, WestJet 514.
Delta 248, contact me once you're airborne. Winds 320 at 7. Clear for takeoff. Runway 23.
Runway 23 clear for takeoff, Delta 240, and we'll call you airborne.
WestJet 514, turn left, direct saver on course.
Direct saver on course, WestJet 514.
Sunwing 644, line up runway 23.
Line up runway 23 for Sunwing 644.
WestJet 514, climb flight level 230.
230, WestJet 514.
Air Canada 469, welcome to Toronto. Convenient right turn and when able, safe parking.
Delta 248 airborne, passing 3,000.
Delta 248 Toronto, thank you very much. Identified, climb 7,000.
Climb to 7,000, Delta 248.
WestJet 514, turn left, direct Verdo on course.
Verdo on course, WestJet 514.
Delta 248, turn left, direct saver on course.
Left direct saber on course, Delta 248.
Sunwing 644, contact me once you're airborne. Winds 310 at 8, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff, Sunwing 644.
Air Canada 972, line up runway 23.
Line up runway 23, Air Canada 972.
Air Canada 469, say the gate.
Air Canada 469, maybe Charlie 30, Charlie 30?
All right, traditionally Air Canada parks at Terminal 1, but if you want Charlie 30, we can do that. Air Canada 469, you can taxi Delta 4, Delta, and Alpha. Hold short Alpha Kilo. You're cleared to cross runway 33 right.
Sorry, I apologize. Delta 4 to Charlie, sorry, can you repeat taxi instructions? I apologize.
Air Canada 469, taxi Delta 4, Delta, Alpha, cross runway 33 right, and hold short of Alpha Kilo for now.
Delta 4, Delta, Alpha, cross 33 right and hold Alpha Kilo. Air Canada 469, sorry.
Delta 248, climb flight level 230.
2230, Delta 248.
Sunwing 644, passing 2,500 feet waiting.
Sunwing 644, thanks, identified, climb 7,000.
Climb 7,000 for Sunwing 644.
Air Canada 972, contact me airborne, winds 310 at 8, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff on 23, we'll contact you once airborne, Air Canada 972.
Air Canada 227, line up runway 23.
Line up runway 23, Air Canada 227.
Toronto approach, good evening, Delta 788 Bravo, direct Dinka at 7,000.
Delta 788 Bravo, good evening. Proceed direct Ebdal, descend 4,000.
Direct Abdal down to 4,000, and we have information Golf.
Delta 788 Bravo, thank you for Golf. It's altimeter 29990, runway 24 right ILS.
Copy 24 right ILS, Delta 788 Bravo.
Sunwing 644, turn left, direct saver on course.
Turn left, safer on course for Sunwing 644.
WestJet 514, contact Toronto Center 125.77. Good day.
2577, thank you for HC, have a good one.
Toronto Air Canada 972 at 1,200.
Air Canada 972 Toronto, thank you. You're identified. Climb 5,000 for now.
5,000 for Air Canada 972.
Air Canada 227, contact me once you're airborne. The wind's 310 at 9, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Contact airborne, come take off runway 23, Air Canada 227.
United 106 Delta, you missed Alpha Lima there. Turn right on Alpha Kilo, right turn on the apron, back to lane 8 for 165.
Left on Alpha, right on Alpha Kilo, ramp 165, United 106 Delta.
Roger. Air Canada 972, climb 6,000, turn left, direct saver on course.
Climb 7,000 and direct saver on course for Air Canada 972.
Air Canada 972 close, climb 6,000 for now.
6,000, copy that.
Sunwing 644, climb flight level 230.
Flight level 230 for Sunwing 644.
A little bit of a departure rush going here. And I'm enjoying it. Now I'm getting a rush. I like it. This is what I'm here for.
Ground Delta 122 with Golf IFR to London.
Delta 122, stand by. Delta 248, contact Toronto Center 125.77.
12577, so long, Delta 248.
Take care. Air Canada 227, say passing altitude.
Passing 3,100, Air Canada 27.
Air Canada 227, thank you. You're identified. Climb flight level. Climb 7,000 for now.
Climb 7,000, Air Canada 27.
Air Canada 972, climb flight level 230.
Climb level 230 for Air Canada 972.
Air Canada 227, turn left, direct Murno on course.
Sorry, was that for Air Canada 27?
Air Canada 227, affirmative. Left, direct Murno on course.
Left direct Renault on course, Air Canada 27.
Delta 122 Toronto, you're cleared to London Gatwick via the Dead Key 5 departure, Rackham transition, flight plan route. Depart runway 23, squawk code 2230.
Roger, Dead Key 5 via Rackham transition, depart runway 23, squawk 2230, Delta 122.
Delta 122, thank you. That readback is correct. The information is golf. Give me a call when you're ready for the push.
Ready for push now, Delta 122.
Delta 122, okay. Push onto lane 3, tail east, call for taxi.
Roger, push heading facing east, and we'll call for taxi.
And it's a tail to the east, please.
Oh, tail to the east, apologies, Delta 122.
Air Canada 227, climb 15,000.
Climb 15,000, Air Canada 27.
Air Canada 469. Let's see here. Continue taxi. Taxi Alpha. Enter the apron at Alpha Juliet.
Enter the apron at Alpha Juliet for Air Canada 469.
Sunwing 644. Contact Toronto Center now. 125.77.
25.775 for Sunwing 644. Thank you.
At Delta 788 Bravo, just want to make sure you are still direct Ebdal, correct? To intercept the localizer there?
Copy, direct Abdal, Delta 78 Bravo.
Delta 788 Bravo. I can't remember if I said it, but you are cleared the ILS runway 24 right.
You didn't, but I was thinking that's where you're headed, Delta 78 Bravo.
Fair enough. All right.
Delta 122 ready for taxi.
Delta 122 hold position. I got 1 to enter the apron.
Roger, holding.
Wow. Now that's a pretty steady stream of departures there. All right, Delta 122, runway 23, information golf, altimeter 29990, behind the Air Canada 320 that's about to enter the ramp ahead of you there. Taxi out Alpha Juliet, Alpha and Hotel.
Roger, altimeter 2990, taxi Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel, Air Canada 122.
Air Canada 227, contact Toronto Centre for Hire, 125.77. Good evening.
125.77, we'll see you later, Canada 227.
This is not correlating for some reason, but I'm going to guess he's supposed to be him. All right. Whew. That little rush is sort of coming to a little bit of an end there. All right, so Delta's taxiing. Ooh. Wow. Now I've got the least number of viewers of the whole night and the most traffic. For the irony of all ironies. See, the key, Travis, if you're still watching, is to keep me busy, because then I can't complain. I can't get grumpy and I can't complain, and I get a smile on my face when it gets busy. When it's slow and I'm bored, then I find things to complain about.
Sorry, Grant, did I get that right? Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel, is that correct? Delta 122?
Delta 122, that is correct.
Roger.
All right. United will get there eventually. He'll get there eventually. This guy, I feel like he missed Ebdal a little bit, but he seems to be doing okay here. He's on it.
Toronto departure, Tango Charlie Bravo Alpha Tango with the radar check.
Tango Charlie Bravo Alpha Tango, read you 5.
Perfect. We're about to get ready. We just got our pre-departure clearance. I guess we're just gonna get our taxi instructions once we start up, correct?
Tango Charlie Bravo Alpha Tango, that's correct. And do you have a PDC readback for me?
My apologies. We're at on signature ramp, north side, and our identifier is 226 India.
Bravo Alpha Tango, thank you. That readback is all correct. The information in Toronto is golf. Give me a call when you're ready for the taxi.
Roger that. Golf noted. We'll call you once we're ready for taxi. Bravo Alpha Tango.
Air Canada 972, contact Toronto Centre now, 125.77. Good day.
2577 for Canada 972. Thanks for the traffic tonight. Have a great weekend.
Delta 788 Bravo, the Toronto winds 310 at 10, clear to land, runway 24 right.
Clear to land 24 right, Delta 78 Bravo.
That's the amount of traffic that I like. So what you're saying is when it's slow, you start yelling at the clouds. I did yell at the clouds during the eclipse. I was yelling at the clouds.
Toronto approach, Air Canada 49 with golf on board, 1000.
Air Canada 49 Heavy Toronto, good evening. The information in Toronto is golf. Runway 24 right for arrival. Plan the ILS. Altimeter is 2990. Descend 8,000.
Expecting 24 right, descending 8,000 feet, Air Canada 49.
Darn clouds. Darn eclipse blocking clouds. That was me. I was yelling and shaking my fist at those stupid clouds. Still went outside anyways and still enjoyed it. And still got dark. It was still really neat how dark it got at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then it got light again afterwards. So like, I think my kids got kind of a sense of what am I trying to say here?
Departure, WestJet 2311 Heavy, we copy fire to LaGuardia.
WestJet 2311 Toronto, good day. You're cleared to LaGuardia via the Kepta Tree departure, Bumpa transition, flight plan route. Depart runway 23, squawk code 2231.
Copy the Kepta 3, Bumpa transition. Squawk code is 2231, WestJet 2311 Heavy.
WestJet 2311, the readback is correct. The information in Toronto is golf. Give me a call ready for pushback.
We'll call for pushback, and we have golf on board, WestJet 2311 Heavy.
You see it's a bit of a rush here. It's going to skid this 330 around that turn there. There's a fantastic video out there. You guys have got to see this video. Let me just do this. Delta 122 Toronto, contact me once you're airborne. The wind's 310 at 9, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Roger, clear for takeoff. We'll contact when airborne.
Speaking of heavy aircraft making sharp turns, there's a video now on YouTube. Somebody showed it to me just today. There's a picture. I believe it's in LaGuardia of a 737 under tow, and the tow driver is just booking it along beside the gates, and then he cranks the wheel around to pull the airplane into the gate, and the airplane does not turn. The airplane just keeps on going because he's probably moving. He's got to be moving at like 15 knots, and the only thing that's stopping that airplane in that case was the tow bar. And so as soon as he started to turn and the tow bar started to turn, the airplane was not slowing down anymore. He broke the tow bar off the nose gear. Wow, this guy's getting off. Delta 788 Bravo. Welcome to Toronto. Do you have a gate?
We're looking for Charlie 29.
Delta 788 Bravo. Thank you. Turn left on Delta. Taxi Delta Alpha. And enter the apron Alpha Juliet for Charlie 29.
Left on Delta, Alpha, and Alpha Juliet to the gate. Delta 788 Bravo.
Yeah, and so the plane, but with the tow bar attached, eventually he cranked the nose wheel around, but there was just so much momentum, it just pushed the nose wheel sideways. The nose wheel just skidded sideways until eventually the airplane slowed down a little bit, then suddenly it cranked around, smashed back into the tug.
Good evening, Air Canada 204, now maintaining 11,000.
Air Canada 204, Toronto, hello, information is Golf, runway 24 right, ILS, altimeter 2990, descend 9,000.
Alright, Golf on board, 2990, and we'll spec 24 right, ILS today, and down to 9,000, Air Canada 204.
Air Canada 49 Heavy, slight change of plans here. I'm going to give you a right downwind. Vectors for the approach, turn left heading at 060.
060, Air Canada 49.
And it serves as such a fantastic reminder of just how much inertia there is involved in airplanes. And I see people taxiing like this, and it's insane. Like, the amount of inertia you have in that airplane, it's only one small wheel that's turning it. It looks big to you, but like, really, at the end of the day, for the weight of the airplane, that nose gear is not very large. Air Canada 49 Heavy, make the heading 050.
050, Air Canada 49.
Thank you. Search for it. I was looking at it earlier today on Google. I can't even remember what I searched for, but I think you just searched for American Airlines tug jackknife, and on YouTube. And there's a couple different videos of it. There's one that I saw today that I couldn't find it on YouTube, but it was a better video because it showed like sooner the incident. Some of the ones only kind of showed the end of it when it started really jackknifing badly, but it kind of showed the lead up into it. He's towing it normally, but like, there's so much momentum that if you crank that wheel around at a high speed, that tow bar's got to be lined up with the airplane's momentum to transmit that stopping moment to it. And as soon as he turned that nose wheel, he was doomed. As soon as he cranked that tug around without thinking about the implications of the momentum. Yeah, go find that video. Yeah, scary stuff. That too. Air Canada 204, descend 6,000.
Down to 6, Air Canada 204.
Apparently, the FAA is going to increase the required rest periods for controllers. Previously, the required rest period between shifts for a controller, the minimum rest period was 9 hours. 9 hours. Like, that's not even enough time to go home, get a meal, let alone a decent night's sleep. Delta's turning, is he? Delta 122, you're still flying the runway heading on the SID, right?
Delta 122 on the SID.
Should be heading 245, correct?
Negative. I've got a heading of due south, basically. Delta 122.
Air Canada 49, turn left 10 degrees, descend 6,000.
10 degrees left, 6,000 feet, Air Canada 49.
Delta 122, if you read the departure SID, it does state you're maintaining heading 245 and expecting vectors to the on course. You can climb 7,000 and turn left heading 150.
Apologies for that. Climb 7,000, turn, repeat 10.
Delta 122 heading 150. 7,000 heading 150.
7,000, 150, Delta 122, thank you.
Air Canada 204, descend 4,000.
Delta 4,000, Air Canada 204.
Toronto departure, Bravo Alpha Tango, ready for taxi.
Bravo Alpha Tango, Toronto, runway 23, information is now hotel, altimeter 29993. Taxi Kilo at your discretion. Juliet, cross runway 15 left.
Kilo Juliet, cross 15 left, and 29993, local QNH received, and the Bravo Alpha Tango.
Delta 122, climb flight level 230.
230, Delta 122.
Air Canada 49 heavy, descend 5,000.
5,000 feet, Air Canada 49 heavy.
Yeah, scary stuff. Yeah, so the FAA is going to increase the minimum rest period between controller shifts to 10 hours.
Apologies for that, I missed a step in my MCD.
Delta 122, no problem. Just make sure you do read the actual chart, because that's what actually tells you. Sometimes the MCDU skips steps, so you have to make sure you read the real chart.
Yeah, Roger, I did, just didn't pay too much, didn't pay close enough attention to what the MCDU said.
There you go. All right, next time you know.
Roger that.
Air Canada 204, turn left heading 300, descend 3,000.
300, descend 3,000, Air Canada 204.
Air Canada 49 heavy, descend 4,000.
4,000 feet, Air Canada 49 heavy.
Air Canada 204, continue the turn, heading 270 for the intercept. Cleared the ILS, runway 24 right.
I will continue our left turn 270 to intercept, clear ILS 24 right, Air Canada 204.
Air Canada 204, thank you very much, and speed 190 or faster for now.
Alright, speed 190 or faster, Air Canada 204.
Yeah, that scares me a little bit to think that the minimum time between shifts for a controller in the FAA was until recently 9 hours. Like, that's not even enough time to, like, if you live 10 minutes from the airport, that still is like maybe enough time to go home, shower, and sleep, and wake up and go to work, get dressed and go to work. Like, not even really enough time for a meal in that. Like, it just blows my mind that that's the minimum period between shifts that was legally allowed all this time. Like, no wonder guys are tired. No wonder guys are tired. And they're only increasing it to 10 hours. It's not a big increase. And that still is like that, to me, like when I have a 10-hour break, 10 hours between work, that feels like nothing. Air Canada 49 heavy, turn right heading 150, descend 3,000.
150 heading 3,000 feet, Air Canada 49.
Yeah, I could only imagine. What, 9 hours? It just blows me away that this was what was considered acceptable. And no wonder that controllers are making mistakes, almost causing accidents. 1 hour for, well, exactly. Like, that's me being generous with you. Like, if you lived 10 minutes away from the airport, like the ideal circumstance, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, you got 8 hours and 40 minutes at home. If you want to get 8 hours of sleep, you're showering, you're maybe having a meal, and that's it, and right back out the door. Like, that is really not enough time. Like, I get home, I need at least, like, I get anywhere. When I'm done work, I need, like, give me at least half an hour. Just on my own, unwind, watch some TV, junk my brain for a few minutes, and just sort of, just sort of go comatose for half an hour at least. Just let my brain stop working for a little bit. Air Canada 49 heavy, fly heading 180.
180, Air Canada 49.
Air Canada 204, cross NOAA at 160 knots.
Alright, creds, NOAA at 160 knots, Air Canada 204.
Yeah, so that rest period just blew me away. Recommend 8 hours of sleep, so the remaining hour is good for 30 breakfast and 30 for dinner. Yeah, I'm sure your fellow controllers would like you to show up to work having had a shower, maybe slap some deodorant on. Sorry, you're calling arrival? I've got him on code 2231. It looks good to me. So I've got him squawking 2231, and it looks good. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Yeah, maybe give him a new code altogether.
Well, departure, WestJet 2311, heavy ready for pushback, and just started into the alley.
Air Canada 49, fly heading 210 for the intercept, cleared the ILS 24 right.
210 for the intercept, cleared approach 24 right. Air Canada 49.
WestJet 2311, thank you. Push back onto lane 2, tail to the east, and call for taxi.
On 2, and we'll call for taxi, WestJet 2311.
And actually, for WestJet 2311, actually for you, might be a little bit narrow. So make it push back onto lane 1 Sierra, the center lane there.
Yeah, okay, we'll see what pushback does for us.
Yeah, whatever GSX can do for you.
Here.
Bravo Alpha Tango, Toronto, contact Windsor Airborne, the wind's 310 at 7, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23, Bravo Alpha Tango.
Air Canada 204, the wind's 311, clear to land, runway 24 right.
Clear to land, question 24 right, Air Canada 204.
Air Canada 49, cross NOAA at 160 knots.
Cross NOAA at 160. Air Canada 49.
Yeah, no shower for you. Exactly. That's the gist of it. It's like, but doesn't that just blow you away? Like even pilots get more rest than that, and these controllers who have probably thousands of lives in their hands.
Tower approach FedEx 78 Bravo with FedEx cargo ramp, looking for IFR to JFK, please.
FedEx 788 Bravo, Toronto. Good evening. You're cleared to the New York Kennedy Airport via the Kepta Tree departure, Bumpa transition, flight plan route. Depart runway 23, squawk code 2233.
Clear to JFK on the Kepta 3 departure, Bumpa transition, flight plan road, runway 23 and squawk 2233. FedEx 788 Bravo.
FedEx 788 Bravo, thanks. The readback is correct. Information in Toronto's hotel. Give me a call when you're ready for the pushback.
Copy hotel, and we'll call you for push. FedEx 788 Bravo.
And center from arrival. I did give you Delta 122's comms, right? No? Oh, okay. Delta 122, contact Toronto Center 125.77. Good day.
12577, cheers. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
I did not. Sorry about that.
Toronto departure, Bravo Alpha Tango, airborne.
Bravo Alpha Tango, say passing altitude.
We're passing 2,500.
Bravo Alpha Tango, thank you very much. You're identified. Climb 7,000.
7,000 confirmed, Bravo Alpha Tango.
Bravo Alpha Tango, affirmative.
All right, we'll climb 7,000, Bravo Alpha Tango.
Air Canada 49 heavy, the wind's 310 at 11, clear to land 24 right.
Clear to land 24 right, Air Canada 49 heavy.
Air Canada 204, welcome to Toronto. Convenient right turn, and when able, safe parking.
Right turn, and we'll say parking when able, Air Canada 204.
I missed it if you said it.
For arrival, good evening, Air Canada 792 at 11,000.
Bravo Alpha Tango, turn left, direct Sabre on course.
Sabre on course, Bravo Alpha Tango.
Air Canada 792 Toronto, good evening. Information Toronto's hotel. Runway 24 right for arrivals. Altimeter 2992, descend 8,000. I'm starting to lose my brain already here.
Roger for hotel, we descend 8,000, and we've been assigned on 23 and on the arrival. Would it be possible to have the 23 for Air Canada 792?
Air Canada 792, okay, plan runway 23.
Thank you, 23 Air Canada 792.
It is in there and I didn't even see it.
And Air Canada 204, request gate 164.
204, thank you. Taxi Charlie and Charlie Delta 3 Delta Quebec.
All right, Charlie Delta 3 Delta Quebec, Air Canada 204.
Thank you. Bravo Alpha Tango, climb flight level 230.
Flight level 230, Bravo Alpha Tango.
Yeah, Blows me away. 9 hours. That was the legal minimum rest period. I read that. I was like, how is that? How does that make sense to anyone? And I know that they get like kind of legislative breaks throughout their work period, but still, that's not enough time for someone in a high stress job to unwind and to rest properly and be ready to do that job again. It just blew me away when I read that stat. And now they're increasing it to 10 hours, so everything's going to be so much better. The trouble is that all these facilities are chronically understaffed. The FAA is hit or miss. Nav Canada is just absolutely just gone down the tubes, and probably the biggest culprit is COVID and the lack of any government support during COVID. So, as a not-for-profit corporation, they had to absorb all the losses. They lost all the money from all these overflights, all the fees. Their revenue tanked by like 90% in like a 1 to 2 month period, and they couldn't raise fees enough to.
Tower Fletcher, Westjet 2311, heavy, ready to taxi.
Westjet 2311, Toronto, runway 23. The information is Hotel, altimeter 2992, taxi Alpha Tango, Alpha and Hotel.
Alpha Tango, Alpha and Hotel, Westjet 2311.
Air Canada 792, descend 6000.
Descend 6000, Air Canada 792.
Were you calling arrival? Yeah. Okay, you said 5 minutes? Okay, yeah, I can do it. I'm going to get out of here at in another half hour, but I can do it for half an hour anyways. Let me just see what my sequence is here. I think I'm good. Air Canada 49, welcome to Toronto. Where are you parking?
Cargo West.
Cargo West. Okay, Air Canada 49. Turn right Delta 4 if you can do it. And actually, no, sorry, you missed it, but that's okay.
Air Canada 49.
Air Canada 49, turn right on Foxtrot and taxi Foxtrot, Victor, Echo, Echo Bravo for Cargo West.
Foxtrot, Victor, Echo, Cargo West. Air Canada 49, thank you, sir.
No problem. All right, what are you logged in as? You're logged in as just plain old center? All right. Air Canada 792, descend 4000.
Descend 4000, Air Canada 792.
All right, I'll come in as CE right now. If I can find the stupid call sign for it. There it is. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Approach FedEx 78 Bravo ready for push and start.
Oh, stand by. FedEx 788 Bravo, push approved, call ready for taxi.
Calling for taxi, FedEx 78 Bravo.
Sorry, start again.
Western 705, Toronto, identify flight level 270, welcome.
That was 705. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, oh, I didn't realize Cleveland was even online. Haha. Okay, that sounds good. And then that guy way up north, you're not talking to him at all? Is Montreal not online? Oh, I thought Montreal was online. Oh, okay. So yeah, then there's no point. Okay. Okay, center's mine. Thanks. Let me just put myself onto the center frequency here. There we go. Air Canada 792, turn left heading 180, descend 3000.
Left heading 180, descend 3000, Air Canada 792.
Bravo Alpha Tango, climb, flight level 390.
Would it be possible to revise our climb to flight level 370?
Bravo Alpha Tango, I'll now show 370 for the final, climb, flight level 370.
All right, we'll climb flight level 370, Bravo Alpha Tango.
Walker 577, Toronto, runway 24 right for arrival, plan the ILS. Information is hotel, descend 8000, altimeter is 2992.
8,000, 2992, we have a hotel, and we'll plan 24 right. Hey, Captain, how's it going? Walker 577.
How's it going? American 5 Heavy, Toronto, runway 24 right, the information is hotel, altimeter 2992, descend 9,000.
I thought we were on 23.
Oh, American 5, actually I didn't even see that on there, my apologies, descend 9,000.
9,000 for America 5.
Toronto Center, hello, Air Canada 716 on the ground at Toronto IFR to New York.
Air Canada 716 Toronto, good evening. You're cleared to the New York LaGuardia Airport via the Kepta 3 departure, bump a transition, flight plan, route, depart runway 23, squawk code 0563.
Bonjour Toronto, United 1010, passing altitude flight level 240.
Air Canada 716, cleared to LaGuardia, Kepta 3 departure, bump a transition, flight plan route, runway 23, squawk 0563.
Air Canada 792, turn right heading 210 to intercept, cleared the ILS 24 right.
210 to intercept, clear to the ILS 23, Air Canada 792.
And I'm sorry, Air Canada 792, turn right heading 270 to intercept, cleared the ILS 23.
270.
We weren't doing any arrivals on 23, so like I don't know why suddenly we're doing arrivals on 23. It's throwing my game off. United 1010 Toronto, good evening. Descend 17,000, the Toronto altimeter 29902. The information is hotel plan 24 right.
Roger, spec 24 right, descend to flight level 170, altimeter 29902, United 1010.
And it's altimeter 299er, actually 29904 now.
29904, copy 910.
WestJet 2311 Toronto, sorry for the wait there. Call me airborne, winds 300 at 10, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff, WestJet 2311 Heavy, and we'll call you airborne. WestJet 2311 Heavy.
WestJet 705 Toronto, runway 23 for arrival. Information is hotel, altimeter 29902. When ready, descend 10,000.
Runway 23 arrival, information hotel, descend 10,000, WestJet 705.
Approach FedEx 78 Bravo, ready to taxi runway 23.
FedEx 788 Bravo, Toronto, runway 23, the information hotel, altimeter 29904. Taxi, see here, taxi out Juliet Echo, Juliet, cross runway 15 right and 15 left.
Juliet Echo, Juliet, cross 15 right and 15 left, and we have hotel.
Delta 122 Heavy, Toronto, leave my airspace to the east, switch to the en route frequency, surveillance service terminates, have a good night. Walker 577, descend 4,000.
4,000, Walker 577.
American 5, descend 6,000.
6,000, American 5.
Delta 122, leave my airspace to the east, switch to the en route frequency, surveillance service terminates.
Roger, Unicom, Delta 122. Cheers, bye-bye.
Take care. United 1010, descend 1,000.
1,000, United 1010.
Tango Charlie Bravo Alpha Tango, direct Iptos on course.
Direct Iptos, Bravo Alpha Tango.
There we go, that's better. That's the way it should be. This should be like big. This should be like everybody, even up north. We don't care about those guys too much, I guess, right now. I'm going to be logging off before too long, so I'm not going to ping in too many people that aren't talking to me anymore. Because I'm going to go in about 20 minutes. I need to start thinking about heading to bed, so. Air Canada 792, Toronto winds 308, clear to land 23.
Clear to land 23, Air Canada 792.
Ground departure, Westjet 2311 heavy with you 2000, climbing to 5000.
Westjet 2311 heavy, Toronto, thank you. Identified, climb 7000.
Up to 7000, Westjet 2311 heavy.
Toronto approach this evening, Air Canada 267, requesting IFR to Winnipeg.
Air Canada 267, Toronto. Let's see here. You're cleared to Winnipeg via the AVSIP 7 departure, Musit transition, flight plan route, depart runway 23, squawk code 0514. Stand by. WestJet 2311, turn left, direct saver on course.
Turn left, direct saver on course, Westjet 2311 heavy.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Center, Canada 716, would you like to read back again?
What's that? Okay, yeah, give me a second. Bravo Alpha Tango, monitor my other frequency, 125.77.
5.77, thank you, Bravo Alpha.
Air Canada 267, you're cleared to Winnipeg, AVSIP 7 departure, Musit transition, flight plan route, depart runway 23, squawk code 0514.
Air Canada 267 is cleared to Winnipeg Airport, AVSIP 7 departure, Musit transition, runway 23, flight plan route, squawk 0514.
Air Canada 267, thanks. The readback's correct. Information in Toronto is hotel. Call me when you're ready for the push. Walker 577, turn left heading 300, descend 3000.
300 down to 3000, Walker 577.
American.
Evening Toronto Center, Air Transat 092, flight level 310.
American 5, descend 4000.
4000, American 5.
Transat 92, Heavy Toronto, good evening. Flight level 310, hello.
Air Canada 716, ready for push on the ground, Toronto.
Air Canada 716, push tail east, call ready for taxi.
Tail east, call for taxi, 706.
United 1010, Toronto, ILS runway 24 right, the information is hotel, altimeter 29902, descend 8000.
Descend 8000, I expect runway 22 right, United 1010.
WestJet 2311, I'll have higher in about 7 miles.
No problem, WestJet 2311.
Walker 577, you're in descent 3000, correct?
Yes, sir, that's 3000, Walker 577.
Roger.
Answer, good evening, Jazz 8900 310.
Jazz 8900, Toronto, good evening, information hotel.
We got it, hotel, Jazz 8900.
Walker 577, fly heading 270 to intercept, cleared the ILS 24 right.
270 to join, clear the ILS from a 24 right, Walker 577.
I've been busy today.
American 5, fly heading 130.
130 for American 5.
WestJet 2311, climb flight level 230.
230, WestJet 2311 heavy.
FedEx 788, Bravo, Toronto, line up runway 23.
Line up runway 23, FedEx 78, Bravo.
Air Canada 792, welcome to Toronto. Turn left on hotel. What gate are you parking at?
We have the gate 166, Air Canada 792.
Air Canada 792, Roger, 166. Taxi Hotel Bravo and Hotel Bravo Delta, Delta Quebec for 166.
Hotel Bravo Delta Quebec for 166, Air Canada 792.
And Air Canada 792, cross runway 33 left and 33 right.
Cross runway 33 left, 33 right, Air Canada 792.
American 5 Heavy, right turn 210 to intercept, cleared the ILS 23.
Right 210 intercept, clear ILS 23 for American 5.
FedEx 788 Bravo, contact me airborne, the wind's 300 at 8, clear for takeoff 23.
Clear for takeoff 23, call airborne, FedEx 78 Bravo.
Jazz 8900, when ready, descend flight level 240.
When ready, down to flight level 240, Jazz 8900.
Hoi. Busy. Busy, busy, busy. Busy, busy, busy. Okay, things seem to be kind of humming along here, though, pretty nicely. Walker 577, the wind's 313, clear to land 24 right.
Clear to land 24 right, we're going to cargo west for Walker 577.
Walker 577, thanks for letting me know.
Approach FedEx 78 Bravo 3100 for 5,000.
FedEx 788 Bravo, thank you. You're identified. Climb flight level 2, correction, climb 7,000.
7,000, FedEx 78 Bravo.
FedEx 788 Bravo, turn left, direct saver on course.
Left direct saver on course, FedEx 78 Bravo.
American 5 Heavy, winds 300 at 10, clear to land, runway 23.
Clear line 23 for American 5.
Jazz 8900 Toronto, descend 10,000. The Toronto altimeter 29994.
29994 on the altimeter, descend 10,000, Jazz 8900.
WestJet 2311 for higher, contact Cleveland Center now, 119er, decimal 87. G'day.
19.87, WestJet 2311. Good day, sir, and thank you for your service.
Take care. United 1010, descend 6,000.
Descend 6,000, United 1010.
FedEx 788 Bravo, climb flight level 230.
230, FedEx 78 Bravo.
Toronto Center, very good evening, Delta 514 Heavy. We are inbound Herbal.
Delta 514 Heavy Toronto, good evening. Information Hotel in Toronto. When ready, descend flight level 240.
When ready, we descend to 240, Delta 514 Heavy.
Jazz 8900, plan runway 24 right ILS.
24 right, ILS, full planet, Jazz 8900.
WestJet 705, did you want the ILS or the RNAV Yankee for runway 23?
I'll take the ILS for runway 23, WestJet 705.
WestJet 705, roger. A lot of stuff still going on here.
Good evening, Toronto Center is Twin Cessna Charlie, first right Yankee Kilo Zulu.
Yankee Kilo Zulu Toronto, good evening.
Good evening, Yankee Kilo Zulu is just in Oshawa Airport and requesting Alpha clearance to Ottawa Airport.
What ATIS was I supposed to have at Oshawa again? Yankee Kilo Zulu, contact Toronto Terminal on 119.3. I'm leaving in just over 10 minutes.
119.3 is Yankee Kilo Zulu.
Roger.
United Canada 716, ready for taxi runway 23.
United 1010, descend 4,000.
Descend 4,000, United 1010.
Air Canada 716, runway 23, the information's hotel, altimeter 299 taxi out Alpha Mike Alpha, hold short Alpha Kilo.
Alright, right 23, we've got hotel, altimeter 2992, Alpha Mike Alpha, short of Alpha Kilo.
And Walker 577, where are you parking?
Walker 577, we're going to Cargo West, just clear on Delta. Well, I guess that's kind of, what is it? I can't make it out.
That's okay, Walker 577. You told me, and I wrote it down even, but in one ear out the other. Taxi Echo Bravo for Cargo West.
Echo Bravo for Cargo West. Hey man, great to see you. Great job as always, and have a good weekend. Have fun.
Thanks. Have a good one. Delta 514 heavy, descend 10,000. Toronto altimeter is 299 plan the ILS 24 right.
We descend 10,000 and we plan 24 right, altimeter 299 Delta 514 heavy.
Tango Charlie Bravo Alpha Tango Toronto, leave my airspace to the east. Montreal's not online. Switch to the en route frequency. Surveillance service terminates. Have a good night.
I will switch to Unicom. Thank you very much. Bravo Alpha, thank you.
Take care.
Cheers.
Okay, no, he's still going down. I keep on zooming in and out of the wrong views and changing the wrong views around here, so I'm confusing my center and my arrival views constantly. I should fix these ones, but I like the ability to pan in and out, but when you work center, you just become constantly with the pan in and out. It's not something you can ever really take a break from. It's just constantly doing it. United 1010, turn left heading 330, descend 3,000.
330, 3,000, United 1010.
FedEx 788 Bravo for higher, contact Cleveland Center now, 119.87. Good day.
Over to Cleveland Center. Thanks, Captain. Good night.
Good night. American 5, welcome to Toronto. Taxi hotel, cross runway 33 left and 33 right. Where are you parking?
I'm parking Terminal 3 via Alpha Julia, if that's okay with you.
American 5, Roger, you can taxi Bravo, enter the apron at Alpha Juliet.
Cross 33 left, 33 right, Bravo, Alpha Juliet for American 5. Thank you, sir.
Air Canada 716, continue taxi Alpha Hotel. Air Canada 716, continue taxi Alpha Hotel.
Alpha Hotel 716.
I feel like I'm not getting off in. And I gave myself some margin on this, so if it takes me to about 10 after to get these last couple guys on the ground, so be it. I may not have time for this Transat because he's a bit far out, but I'll definitely get these guys done here. United 1010, turn left heading 270 to intercept, cleared the ILS 24 right.
United 1010, repeat the heading.
United 1010, heading 270 for the intercept, cleared ILS 24 right.
270, intercept ILS, United 1010.
Oops. And Jazz 8900, disregard that text. Sorry, it wasn't planned for you.
Roger.
Okay, so he's parking, he's turning, he's going, he's going. Lots of comings and goings. I just pushed the ident button just to get him to. There it is. All right, told him when ready to send 240. Go ahead. Is he on your frequency flight following, I guess? Oh, okay. Easy for me then. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, just let me know.
And Air Canada 716, short runway 23, ready to go.
Air Canada 716, thank you. Winds 310 at 10, call me airborne, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Alright, call you airborne, clear for takeoff, right 23, thanks, Air Canada 716.
United 1010, winds 310 at 12, clear to land 24 right.
Clear to land 24 right, United 1010.
WestJet 705, descend 8000.
Descend 8,000, WestJet 705.
Jazz 8900, descend 8000.
Descend 8,000, Jazz 8900.
Jazz 8900, go direct Mayrod.
Direct Mayrod for Jazz 8900.
WestJet 705, go direct Davik, descend 4000.
Direct Davik, descend 4,000, WestJet 705.
Which guy? The Yankee Kilo Zulu? Fantastic. Oh, it's weird because I see him. Still people are logging in. I'm getting just about ready to go here, but people are still logging in, doing their thing. He's here to make your life better, apparently. Delta 514, descend 8000.
Descend 8000, Delta 514.
Yeah, Yankee Kilo Zulu, I see him, he's at 1700.
Air Canada 716, airborne climbing through 1000.
Air Canada 716, thank you, you're identified, climb 7000.
Climb 7000, Air Canada 716.
Delta 514, you should be 250 knots when you pass Rocktow there.
Yeah, I know, I'm slowing down now, my apologies.
Okay, thank you, I see that now actually, yeah, just catching up the guy ahead, but it should be okay. WestJet 705, fly present heading vectors for the ILS 23.
Fly present heading vectors to ILS 23, which is 705.
Air Canada 716 at 3600, turn left, direct Sabre on course.
At 3600 left, direct Sabre on course, Air Canada 716.
Just out of curiosity, what were you using at London? 33, okay. Just if that guy calls me up, I don't want to waste a lot of time looking. Delta 514, slow now to 220 knots, please.
220 knots, Delta 514 heavy.
Jazz 8900, you may see traffic 12 o'clock for about 3 miles, is a 320 climbing through 4000 to level at 7.
Hey, from traffic inside, Jazz 8900.
Delta 514, you may see the same traffic 12 o'clock for about 7-8 miles, is a 320 just climbing through 5000 for 7, turning southbound.
Yeah, we have the traffic inside 514.
clearance to Montreal, Papa Yankee Kilo Zulu, 3005, 600 feet for 5,000 feet.
Yankee Kilo Zulu Toronto, good evening. Climb 9,000, just confirm you are direct Talib, correct?
9,000 feet and direct Caribou, Yankee Kilo Zulu.
And somebody else called there?
Toronto, this is Air Canada 238, was requesting clearance to Montreal.
Air Canada 238, you're cleared to Montreal Trudeau via the Verdo 7 departure, Lorca transition. Wait a second. And actually, Air Canada 238, stand by. I'll be right back with you here.
Stand by for Air Canada 238.
Jazz 8900, descend 6,000.
6,000, Jazz 8900.
Sorry, what was that you said? Air Canada 716, climb level 230. Okay.
Climb level 230, Air Canada 7166.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the ATISs, to be honest. I'll provide the service, but I'm not going to bother. I don't
yeah,
want to mind
Ken,
about
just landed, request taxi to ramp.
United 1010, where are you going?
United 1010, do you know of any Air Canada, sorry, United Gates at Toronto Pearson?
All right, United 1010, for the transporter arrivals, you'll be usually in the 160s, so turn right on Delta, cross 33 right, Alpha Lima for gate 164.
Roger, United 10, cross runway 33 right, Alpha Lima, and then gate 164.
That's correct.
Roger, United 10.
And Center good H1 Charlie Golf X-Ray, Sierra Uniform in the left downwind for runway 33 in London, full stop.
X-Ray Sierra Uniform, Toronto, hello, standby 1. And X-Ray Sierra Uniform, the London winds are showing 310 gusting 16, clear to land runway 33.
Right, clear land runway 33, X-Ray Sierra Uniform, and we good to get up and Alpha?
That's approved. WestJet 705, turn left heading 330.
Left heading
I was
330,
missing something here.
705.
Looking away for way too long. Jazz 8900, descend 5,000.
163, then 164.
5,000, Jazz 8900.
Delta 514, descend 6,000.
6,000, Delta 514.
Toronto approach, Air Canada, standby. Toronto approach, Air Canada 267, ready to push back from gate 136.
Air Canada 267, push back onto lane 7, tail east, call for taxi.
Push back onto lane 7, tail facing east, call for taxi, Air Canada 267.
WestJet 705, continue the left turn heading 270 to intercept. You cleared the ILS 23, maintain 4,000 until the glide slope.
There, turns 270, clear ILS 23, maintain 4,000, WestJet 705.
Jazz 8900, descend 4,000.
4,000, Jazz 8900.
Delta 514, descend 5,000.
5,000, Delta 514.
I knew there was one airplane I was missing. And I always have that sneaking suspicion that people keep calling you, distracting you. That's exactly what always happens. Oh, there's Montreal Center again. Haha! Look at this. All right. Air Canada 238. I've got a new routing for you. Advise ready to copy.
All ready to copy, Air Canada 238.
I don't even know which one it is currently anymore. I know that one, but I don't know the Habs arrival anymore. I used to know the Habs arrivals, and now I don't know which Habs arrival it is. So let me just check really quickly here, CYUL, because I don't know what number it is anymore. Star Habs, it's Habs 7. All right, Air Canada 238, you're cleared to Montreal via the Dead Key 5 departure, Miglo transition, and then the Habs 7 arrival. Depart runway 23 and squawk code 0570.
Alright, deadly for departure, transitioning Miglo, 7 arrival, and 0570 in the box.
Air Canada 238, the readback's correct. Information is hotel, call ready for the push. WestJet 705, you missed the localizer. Turn left heading 210 to re-intercept.
Left heading 210.
Jazz 8900, turn left heading 300 to send 3000.
Left 300 down to 3,000, Jazz 8900.
Can you tell I'm losing my marbles here? Air Canada 716, contact Cleveland Center 119.87. Good day.
Alright, 119.87, thanks, Cap. Have a good night, Air Canada 716.
Good night. I don't even know who that was, but thank you for noticing. And WestJet 705, if I didn't make it clear on that heading, intercept the localizer, you are cleared the ILS 23.
Yep, cleared ILS runway 23, WestJet 705, thanks.
Thank you. Jazz 8900, maintain speed 190 or faster. Heading 270 for the intercept, cleared the ILS 24 right.
Alright, 270, 200 or faster, cleared for the ILS 24 right approach, Jazz 8900.
Delta 514, descend 4000.
4,000, Delta 514. Toronto Lufthansa 2945 with us, all looking to pick up IFR to Kennedy.
And Lufthansa, are you on the ground in Toronto?
Hey, sir.
What was the flight number?
2945.
Lufthansa, I don't have a Lufthansa 2945, if you can recheck the flight plan.
And Center Golf X-Ray uniform, we're in Alpha for Apron 3, just ahead here.
Golf X-Ray Sierra uniform, Roger, taxi Alpha to Apron 3, thanks, have a good night.
Alpha Apron 3, you control the part?
I am not.
Alright, see you around then.
See you next time. I am not controlling. Wish I was, just don't have the time. Transat 902 heavy, contact Montreal Center now, 128.77, bonsoir.
Contact Montreal Center, thank you very much for your services, bonsoir.
Delta 514, turn left heading 330, speed 200 knots.
330 and 200 knots, Delta 514.
WestJet 705, the Toronto winds are 310 at 13, clear to land runway 23.
Clear to land runway 23, WestJet 705, thanks.
Delta 514, make the left turn all the way heading 270. Oh my god, people keep logging
All
in.
the way to 270, Delta 514.
Oh my god, people keep logging in here. Guys, I'm giving up. I'm going home soon. I've had lots of fun, but I'm not doing this for very long. That is not a valid departure for a jet. Delta 514 on the 270 heading, intercept the localizer 24 right, track it inbound.
On the 270, we track the localizer inbound Delta 514.
All right, I was just going to do this guy as an arrival. My God, I've got lots of people coming in here.
Toronto approach Air Canada 267, ready to taxi on lane 7.
Air Canada 267, thank you very much. Information in Toronto's hotel, altimeter 2995, runway 23, taxi lane 7, Alpha Lima, Alpha Hotel.
Taxi lane 7, Alpha Lima, Alpha Hotel. Air Canada 267.
You got it. Jazz 8900, cross NOAA at 160 knots.
No, at 160 for Jazz 8900.
And Delta 514, you are cleared the ILS, approach runway 24 right.
Clear for the ILS 24 right, Delta 514.
Delta 514, spacing is looking pretty good. You're now about 8 miles in trail of a CRJ. Speed your discretion, just cross NOAA at 160 knots.
Speed at our discretion and we'll cross NOAA 160 knots, Delta 514.
Jazz 8900, Toronto winds 310 at 13, clear to land, runway 24 right.
24 right, clear to land, Jazz 8900.
Okay.
Lufthansa 2945, refund.
Lufthansa 2945, there it is. Give me 1 second to look it over.
Roger.
All right, Lufthansa 2945, you're cleared to the New York Kennedy Airport via the Kepta 2 departure, Bumpa transition, flight plan route. Departure runway 23, squawk code 0554.
Roger, clear to Kennedy by the Kepta 2 Bumpa transition flight plan route, runway 23 and squawk 0554 for 2945.
Lufthansa 2945, thanks. The readback is correct. Information in Toronto's hotel. Give me a call ready for the push.
We got a hotel on board. We'll call you for the push for 2945.
Canada 238, ready for pushback and start.
Air Canada 238, pushback on lane 4 and call ready for taxi.
Lane 4 and we'll call for taxi Air Canada 238.
Yankee Kilo Zulu, Peterborough altimeter 2991.
2991, Yankee Kilo Zulu.
WestJet 705, welcome to Toronto. If you got it, you can turn left there on Foxtrot, left again on Hotel, and where are you parking?
Can I get Alpha Tango if possible?
WestJet 705, taxi Hotel, cross runway 33 right, Bravo, hold short of Romeo for now.
It's actually be a hotel, cross runway 33 right, Bravo, and hold short on Romeo.
Yankee Kilo Zulu, contact Montreal Center now, 128.77. Good night.
128.77. Have a good night.
This guy's got his flight plan's no good. Let's go to LaGuardia. Let's see if I can find. Humbug. Humbug. Can't find what I'm looking for. I hate that. Yeah. trying to find the right route to LaGuardia, and I know part of it, but I can't think of the whole thing right offhand, so I'm going to have to go flight aware just to find somebody who's doing the route to pull off the exact right route, because it's not what it should be. All right, anywho, let's just pick this guy. Anyways, it's going to all say the same thing here. That's what it's going to say. Delta 514, Toronto winds 310 at 12, clear to land, runway 24 right.
Clear to land, 24 right, Delta 514.
Jazz 8900, welcome to Toronto, turn right on Delta 4, right on Delta, say parking.
Right Delta 4, right Delta, no parking just yet, but company wants us in through Delta Romeo if possible.
Jazz 8900, roger, taxi Delta Romeo, cross 33 right.
Right Delta Romeo, crossing 33 right for Jazz 8900.
WestJet 705, continue taxi Bravo and Alpha Tango now.
Continue Bravo, Alpha Tango, WestJet 705, crossing runway 33 right.
Roger. See, if I just keep on staying on, I'm just going to keep on staying on. I get to get this guy established on final. Going to get him down to 6,000, direct Ebdal.
United 1010 engine cut off, have a good one, thanks.
Night 1010, have yourself a good night. We'll see you next time. It's just going to be one of those, like, I could just stay here all night because it's going to be a nonstop litany of people coming in, and I just cannot do that. I'm going to need a break. I need a break. I'm going to need to go to bed very soon. Who this guy? Who this guy? Where he going? All right, he did it okay. Good. He turned on to Bravo. Perfect. This guy's just on the taxi out.
Toronto Center, hello, Air Canada 1291, cruising 320, direction turning.
Air Canada 1291, Toronto, good evening.
Toronto Center, this is Air Canada 7738, radio check.
Air Canada 7738, read you 5. Air Canada 267, Toronto, contact me airborne. The wind's 310 at 10, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23, Air Canada 267.
And Toronto Lufthansa 2945
Bravo, Alpha Tango for the taxi there, WestJet 705.
WestJet 705, that is correct.
Perfect, thank you.
And Toronto Center, 724, 170.
Stand by.
Air Canada 7738 on the ground in North Bay, requesting IFR clearance from North Bay to Toronto.
Southwest 224 Toronto, good evening. Information in Toronto is India, runway 24 right, altimeter 299 descend 1000.
1000, we'll expect you for right, altimeter 294, Southwest 24.
All right, and on the ground in North Bay, that must have been Air Canada 7738.
Affirmative, Air Canada 7738, looking for IFR clearance.
Air Canada 7738, North Bay winds 270 at 14. The altimeter is 2982. That's from 0200 Zulu. What runway are you planning for departure?
Air Canada 7738, planning runway 08 departure.
Air Canada 7738, roger. You're cleared to Toronto Pearson via the flight plan route, via the North Bay 2 departure flight plan route. Depart runway 08, squawk code 055
Air Canada 7738, cleared to Toronto as filed via the North Bay 2 departure flight plan route, squawk 0553.
Air Canada 7738, the readback is correct. Information is, I'm sorry, there is no information. 2 years to Toronto right now. Your clearance is valid now. Cancelled if not airborne by, we'll call it 0235 Zulu. You can switch to the Unicom. I'm going to be logging off shortly, so don't worry about calling me back once you're airborne, but have yourself a great night.
Head over to the Unicom for Air Canada 7738. Have a good night. Thanks for the ATC.
And Delta 514, we're clear of 24 right. We're on Delta 4.
Air Canada 267, say the passing altitude.
2,600.
Air Canada 267, thank you. Climb 7,000.
Climb 7,000, Air Canada 267.
Delta 514, where are you parking?
Terminal 3, Bravo 20.
Delta 514, thank you. Taxi Delta, Alpha, and Alpha Juliet, cross runway 33 right.
Delta, Alpha Juliet, cross 33 right. Delta 514, thank you.
Air Canada 238, ready to taxi.
Air Canada 238, runway 23, information is India, altimeter 299 taxi Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel.
Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel, Air Canada 238.
Air Canada 267, turn right, direct AFSIP on course, climb flight level 230.
Proceed direct absurd on course, climb flight level 230. Air Canada 267.
Center, hello. Russia 1183 at flight level 207 for 16,000, 16,000.
West 1183 Toronto, good evening. Descend 16,000 for now. The Toronto altimeter is 299 Information is India, plan 24 right.
India on board, we'll fly for 24 right, we'll descend and maintain 16,000, Russia 1183.
West, Southwest 224, if I didn't give it to you, runway 24 right.
Yeah, we'll expect you for right, Southwest 224. Do you also expect the ILS or visual?
Southwest 224, you can plan the ILS.
We'll expect the ILS 24 right, Southwest 224.
Lufthansa 2945 on the ground in Toronto, ready for push and start.
Who is ready for push and start?
Lufthansa 2945.
Lufthansa 2945, push back onto lane 1 Sierra, tail east, call ready for taxi.
Lane 1 Sierra, tail east, then we'll call you for taxi 2945.
Southwest 224, proceed direct Mayrod, descend 6,000.
Direct Mayrod, descend 6,000, Southwest 224.
WestJet 1183, proceed direct Mayrod.
Direct Mayrod, Russia 1183.
Air Canada 1291 Toronto. The information is India, runway 24 right for arrivals. Air Canada 267 Toronto, climb flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, Air Canada 267.
All right, it's getting way too late. It's getting way too late. I really was supposed to get out of here a while ago, so I'm going to just pull the plug on this here in a second. Unfortunately for all these guys, I hate to do this, but wow, yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry, yeah, I didn't even read the chat. I'm just.
Toronto Center, hello, good evening. I think we are in your airspace, Lufthansa 481, flight level 310.
And Lufthansa, what was the flight number?
481, sir.
Lufthansa 481 Toronto. I'm actually going to be shutting down the next couple of minutes here, so you can go back to the en route frequency. Thanks for checking in. Actually, let me do this. Actually, give me an ident, Lufthansa 481.
Ident.
Lufthansa 481. Thank you very much. You're identified, and stand by. I'll see if I can get you right to Montreal here.
Thank you very much, sir.
Toronto Center, good evening, United 4136, gate 169er, identify 564, information India.
And, sorry, who was that last call? Sorry, I was just on the hotline there.
Ah, yes, no problem, sir. United 4136, identifier 564.
And is that 564 Delta?
United.
United 4136. There's a letter after the three numbers.
Yes, correct, Delta. Sorry about that.
United 4136. Thank you. That readback is correct. The information in Toronto is India. Are you ready to push now?
It's about 10 minutes.
All right, United 4136. Unfortunately, I'm going to be logging off shortly, so you can switch to Unicom for the departure. Enjoy your flight. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Toronto Center, good evening, Air Canada 174, level 390.
Air Canada 1. There you go. Air Canada 174. Unfortunately, I'm going to be closing in a couple minutes. You can stay on Unicom. Lufthansa 481 Heavy. Contact the Montreal Center now. 128.77. Have yourself a great night.
Over to Montreal. Thank you very much for the service, Lufthansa 481. Have a great night.
Good night. WestJet 1133, descend 6,000.
Down to 6,000, WestJet 1183.
Southwest 224, descend 4,000.
1,000, Southwest 24.
Southwest 224. I'm going to log off in a moment here. You're number one for the field at this point in time, so you can, if you turn the base at Mayrod, it should work out very nicely for you. As I said, you're number one.
You're Southwest 224.
Southwest 224. You can switch to the Unicom and have yourself a good night. We'll see you next time.
Roger that, Southwest 224. Over to Unicom. Have a nice night. Busy day tomorrow.
WestJet 1183 Toronto. You're number two for the airport. You're about, let's call it 15 miles, almost 20 miles in trail of a 7-3 as well. If you do a base turn at Mayrod as well, it'll work out nicely for your approach. You can switch to Unicom 228 to coordinate that. Have a good night.
Sorry, we will switch over to advisor. Thank you very much, Mr. 1183. Good night.
Good night. Lufthansa 2945. Let's see here. Just keep an eye out for one other aircraft taxiing for departure. Hasn't quite started moving yet, so I'm not sure who's going to get there first. But anyways, you can switch to Unicom 228. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Off to Unicom. You have a good night, sir.
Air Canada 238. Same for you. You're there's one other aircraft taxiing for departure just coming out from the other end of Terminal 3 there. So just keep an eye out as you taxi. Motto Unicom 228 for your departure. Have a good night. What's that? I am logging off. Good night. Why do I not have them anymore? Ah, stupid goddamn text-only pilots. Air Canada 267 Toronto, you can switch to Unicom. No further ATCs available right now. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Over to Unicom, Air Canada 267. Thank you for the ATC. Have a good night.
Good night. Air Canada 1291 Toronto. I'm going to be shutting down now. You can switch to the Unicom. Nobody that I can see right now that's going to be arriving in Toronto at the general time you're going to get there, but monitor Unicom and make the appropriate broadcast. We'll talk to you next time. And if anybody else is on the ground or in the air in Toronto, Toronto Centre is now closed. Switch to the Unicom 122.8 and have yourselves a great night. We'll see you all next time.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, that's it. I'm done. It was only like pretty much 30 minutes longer than I wanted. So be it. That's just the way VATSIM is sometimes, and I fall for it. I'm a huge sucker for the pilots. I really am, and I really feel bad about leaving at this time. And I know I have to go to bed, and I really want to stay on for just like 3 more people, 2 more people, 1 more, 4 more people, 2 more people, 1 more person. I really want to stay on for 1 more person, or even 5 more people. There's enough people there to really keep it busy, but I can't. I have to go to bed very soon, so I can be well rested for work tomorrow, because I don't want to be like an FAA controller and be, you know, rocking my 9 hours of showering and sleeping while I'm eating and everything else. So all simultaneously. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that stream. It was that was a lot of fun. It kind of started off pretty slow. It was a little whiny, and I'm sorry I was a little grumpy at the beginning with that. Like I said, give me enough stuff to work with here where it keeps me busy, and I don't have time to complain. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that stream. I had fun at the end. Have a great night. We'll see you guys all real soon out there on the VATSIMs, guys. Take care. Good night.